There is a profound truth hidden in plain sight, waiting for you to grasp it. The very thing you desire, the thing you strive for, already exists. It is not distant, nor is it something to be earned by effort. It is yours now. This moment is key, for in it lies your power, your ability to experience everything you long for. But the more you struggle, the more you reinforce the illusion that it is separate from you. Imagine for a moment that you are standing at the edge of a vast ocean. The waves are crashing against the shore, and you stretch your hands trying to grasp the water. But the harder you reach, the more the water slips through your fingers. This is what happens when you try too hard to manifest your desires. You grasp, you strain, but the more you push, the further the fulfillment seems to drift. Understand this: creation is finished. Everything that ever was, everything that ever will be, already exists. Your desires are not something to chase, they are echoes of what already belongs to you. When you long for something, it is simply your awareness catching up with the reality that is already there, waiting for you to claim it. Stop trying. Stop chasing. In trying, you only affirm the absence of the thing you want. By chasing, you confirm that it is not already yours. Instead, be still. Be at peace. Allow the feeling of already having what you desire to fill you, to saturate your very being. Consider the power of imagination, your gateway to all that is real. If you can see it in your mind's eye, if you can feel it in your heart, then it is already part of your world. The more vividly you imagine, the more real it becomes. Not in the future, not as some distant hope, but now in this very moment. This is not about effort. It's about belief. It's about knowing that the moment you truly accept your desire as fulfilled, it will manifest in ways you cannot predict, in ways you cannot control, but always in perfect alignment with your state of being. To be rich, feel rich now. To be loved, feel loved now. To experience abundance, let the feeling of abundance wash over you. Feel the joy, the satisfaction, the peace that comes from knowing you already have everything you need. This is the law of consciousness. You are the creator of your reality, but not through struggle, not through force. You create by being. The world outside of you is only a reflection of what you hold inside. If you dwell in lack, the world mirrors lack. If you dwell in abundance, the world mirrors abundance. You cannot escape this truth, nor can you alter its operation. The only thing within your control is your state of consciousness, your inner world. And so I ask you to stop trying. Stop working so hard to force things into being. The more you labor, the more you declare that you do not yet possess it. Instead, relax, let go. Enter into the state of the wish fulfilled. Feel what it would be like if your desire were already realized, and dwell in that feeling. Let it guide your every thought, your every action. In this state, there is no room for doubt, no room for fear. For how can you doubt something that already belongs to you? How can you fear losing something that is already yours? The moment you stop trying, the moment you surrender to the truth that creation is already complete, you open the door to the infinite possibilities that await you. Remember, the universe responds not to your wants, not to your efforts, but to your being. It reflects what you are, not what you strive to be. So be still and know that what you seek is already within you. You don't need to chase it, you only need to become it. Rest in this truth and allow the effortless unfolding of your desires. All things are already yours. Stop trying so hard and simply claim what is rightfully yours. It's already done. It's already here. You need only to see it, feel it, and accept it. You are not separate from your desires. You are one with them. Now live as though they are already yours, and watch as the world bends to reflect your inner state. Creation is already finished. This profound truth reminds us that everything we desire exists in the realm of possibility. The universe is not a barren place waiting for us to create. Rather, it is a rich tapestry of experiences, opportunities, and resources that are already woven into the fabric of existence. Your desires are not distant goals to be chased after, they are already a part of the cosmic order. By understanding this, you shift your perspective from one of lack and longing to one of abundance and fulfillment. Desire is a reflection of what is already yours. When you yearn for something, it is not a signal of deprivation, but an invitation to recognize what is inherently yours. Your desires serve as guideposts, illuminating what you are meant to experience. They beckon you to see beyond the illusion of separation and to understand that everything you seek is, in truth, an extension of your own being. When you embrace this perspective, you begin to align yourself with the truth that your desires are manifestations waiting to be recognized. Struggling reinforces the illusion of separation from your desire. The more you strive and toil, the more you send out vibrations of lack and desperation. This struggle creates a gap between you and your desires, suggesting that they are distant and unattainable. However, by ceasing to struggle and instead adopting a mindset of acceptance and ease, you dismantle the barriers that keep you from experiencing your desires. Recognizing that what you seek is already part of your reality allows you to release the need to fight for it. Imagination is the key to manifestation. Your imagination is not a mere playground for your fantasies, it is a powerful tool for creation. When you visualize your desires vividly and feel them as if they are already present, you engage with the very essence of creation. The mind is a potent canvas where you can paint the reality you wish to experience. As you immerse yourself in this imaginative process, you draw those desires closer to you, allowing them to manifest in your physical world. Your state of consciousness creates your reality. The world around you is a mirror reflecting your inner thoughts, feelings, and beliefs. If you find yourself dwelling in negativity or fear, you will attract experiences that resonate with that vibration. Conversely, when you cultivate a positive, abundant state of consciousness, you invite opportunities and experiences that align with those feelings. Understanding this connection empowers you to shift your focus and consciously create the reality you wish to experience. Stop trying and dwell in the feeling of the wish fulfilled. The act of trying often suggests an effort to attain something that feels out of reach. Instead, focus on embodying the emotions associated with already having what you desire. This shift in focus allows you to tap into a more profound sense of fulfillment and satisfaction. By feeling as though your desires are already realized, you open the door for them to materialize in your life, as the universe responds to your state of being rather than your striving. The universe responds to your being, not your effort. This fundamental principle underscores the importance of inner alignment over outer action. When you align your thoughts, emotions, and beliefs with the reality you wish to create, you become a magnet for those experiences. The universe does not require you to struggle, it merely asks that you embody the feelings and beliefs that resonate with your desires. Your energy and vibration attract what you seek, making effortless manifestation possible. You are one with your desires, claim them as yours now. This realization is a powerful affirmation of your innate connection to everything you wish to experience. By understanding that your desires are not separate from you, you cultivate a sense of ownership and empowerment. They are not merely things to be attained, they are aspects of your true self waiting to be expressed. When you adopt this mindset, you naturally align with the energy of abundance and fulfillment, allowing you to embrace the reality of your desires as already yours. Desire is a reflection of what is already yours. At its core, desire is not merely a longing or a wish, it is an inner compass guiding you toward your true essence. Every time you feel a spark of desire, whether for love, success, abundance, or joy, you are tapping into a deeper part of yourself that recognizes what aligns with your authentic being. This recognition is not an indication of scarcity or something missing from your life, rather. It is a signal that what you seek exists within you, waiting to be acknowledged and embraced. When you desire something, it often stems from the potential that already resides within you. For instance, if you yearn for wealth, it is not merely a desire for money, it reflects your innate understanding of your potential for abundance and prosperity. Your longing for love signifies your capacity to give and receive affection, connection, and warmth. These desires are not random or arbitrary, they resonate with your soul's journey and the unique gifts you bring to the world. To fully grasp this concept, consider how desires emerge from your values and beliefs. They are often a manifestation of what you hold dear and cherish in life. When you identify what truly matters to you, you'll find that your desires align perfectly with those core values. This alignment is a powerful reminder that your desires serve as a bridge to your authentic self, revealing the qualities and experiences that are already part of your essence. Understanding that your desires are reflections of what is already yours invites you to adopt a mindset of abundance rather than scarcity. Instead of viewing your desires as unattainable or distant goals, recognize them as invitations to experience what is rightfully yours. This shift in perspective fosters a sense of empowerment, allowing you to approach your desires with confidence and belief. You begin to see that achieving your goals is not a matter of fighting against obstacles. Instead, it is about embracing your inherent worth and aligning yourself with the reality you seek. As you cultivate this understanding, the process of manifestation becomes less about effort and more about awareness. When you acknowledge that your desires already exist within you, you can start to embody the feelings and attitudes that align with those desires. For example, if you wish to attract a loving relationship, focus on embodying the qualities of love and kindness in your daily life. By doing so, you align yourself with the essence of what you desire, making it easier for those experiences to manifest. In essence, recognizing your desires as reflections of your true self allows you to navigate your journey with grace and confidence. You no longer feel the need to chase after what you believe is lacking. Instead, you begin to claim your desires as part of your inherent nature. This process fosters a deep sense of trust in yourself and the universe, as you realize that the fulfillment of your desires is not a distant goal but a natural extension of who you are. As you move through life, remember that your desires are sacred messages from your soul, guiding you toward greater self-awareness and self-acceptance. Embrace them as indicators of what is possible for you, and allow them to inspire you to live fully in alignment with your authentic self. When you do this, the universe responds in kind, reflecting back the richness of your inner world and inviting you to step into the life that is already yours. Struggling reinforces the illusion of separation from your desire. This struggle often manifests as anxiety, frustration, and a persistent sense of lack. When you find yourself fighting against circumstances, trying to force things into existence, or feeling overwhelmed by the weight of your desires, it creates a mindset that insists your goals are somehow separate from you. This perception of separation is one of the most significant barriers to manifestation because it reinforces the belief that you must work hard to obtain what is rightfully yours. Every time you engage in this struggle, you inadvertently affirm the idea that your desires are not yet part of your reality. You declare that they are somewhere out there just beyond your grasp. This mindset perpetuates a cycle of wanting and longing, making it difficult to experience the joy and fulfillment that your desires promise. Instead of embodying the feeling of having what you want, you become consumed by the idea that it is an elusive goal requiring constant effort to achieve. Consider the analogy of a river. If you try to swim against the current, you exhaust yourself, struggling and fighting to make any progress. However, when you learn to navigate the flow of the river, you find that you can move forward with ease. The same principle applies to manifestation. When you struggle against the current of your desires, you are working against the natural flow of the universe. Instead of aligning with the energy of abundance, you create resistance and tension, pushing your desires further away. Letting go of the struggle begins with changing your mindset. Instead of approaching your desires with a sense of urgency or desperation, adopt a perspective of surrender and trust. Trust that the universe is abundant and that what you seek is already on its way to you. This shift in consciousness allows you to release the tight grip of striving and instead cultivate a state of relaxation and openness. When you trust that your desires are already yours, you create space for them to manifest naturally. Recognizing that struggle reinforces the illusion of separation encourages you to examine your beliefs about effort and deservingness. Often we equate hard work with achievement, feeling that we must prove ourselves worthy of our desires. However, this belief stems from a misunderstanding of our inherent worth. You are deserving of all that you desire simply because you exist. You do not need to struggle or sacrifice your well-being to earn your place in the world of abundance. By accepting this truth, you can let go of the need to struggle and instead embrace a more peaceful, harmonious approach to life. In moments when you feel the urge to struggle, remind yourself of the importance of stillness. Take a step back and reconnect with your inner self. Engage in practices that promote relaxation and mindfulness, such as meditation, deep breathing, or visualization. These practices help you cultivate a state of being where you can access the feelings associated with your desires without the burden of struggle. As you embrace this new approach, you will find that the universe responds in kind. When you release resistance and adopt a mindset of acceptance, the manifestation of your desires becomes less about effort and more about alignment. The path to what you seek begins to unfold naturally, and opportunities arise effortlessly as you become more attuned to the flow of abundance around you. Ultimately, letting go of struggle transforms your relationship with your desires. You move from a place of chasing and longing to one of receiving and embracing. This shift not only enhances your ability to manifest, but also allows you to enjoy the journey itself. When you stop struggling, you create space for joy, gratitude, and fulfillment to enter your life. In this state of being, your desires can flow to you freely, as you recognize that they have always been a part of you, waiting patiently for you to acknowledge and claim them. Imagination is the key to manifestation. Our imagination is not merely a tool for creativity or daydreaming, it is the most potent instrument we possess for creating the reality we wish to experience. The power of imagination lies in its ability to transcend the limitations of our current circumstances and allow us to visualize a life filled with our deepest desires. When we consciously engage our imagination, we step into the role of a creator, harnessing our inner power to shape our reality. Imagination enables us to see beyond what is physically present in our lives. It opens doors to possibilities that may seem unattainable or distant. When we envision our desires, whether it's a fulfilling career, a loving relationship, or financial abundance, we are tapping into a realm where anything is possible. This process allows us to explore and experience the emotions associated with those desires as if they were already realized. This emotional engagement is crucial because it creates a powerful energetic alignment with our desires, drawing them closer to us. Moreover, engaging in imaginative visualization enhances our ability to attract our desires into our lives. When we vividly imagine ourselves living the life we want, we create a mental blueprint that the universe can recognize and respond to. For instance, if you desire a new job, imagine yourself in that role, feel the joy of working in a supportive environment, visualize the tasks you'll excel at, and immerse yourself in the sense of fulfillment that comes with it. By regularly practicing this visualization, you solidify your intention and create a strong energetic resonance with the job you seek. The beauty of imagination lies in its boundless nature. There are no restrictions or limits when we allow ourselves to dream. This freedom is essential in a world that often imposes boundaries and limitations on what we can achieve. When we engage our imagination, we defy these limitations and open ourselves to new opportunities. This practice encourages us to think bigger and to expand our vision for our lives. It's important to note that imagination should be coupled with a feeling of belief and trust. Simply imagining what we desire is not enough. We must also believe in our worthiness to receive it. If doubts arise, they can create resistance and hinder the manifestation process. To cultivate belief, practice affirmations and engage in self-reflection. Remind yourself that you are deserving of the life you envision and that your desires are a natural extension of your true self. Another key aspect of harnessing imagination is to be specific. When you visualize your desires, the more detailed and vivid the imagery, the more potent the manifestation process becomes. For example, if you wish to manifest a dream home, picture every aspect: the color of the walls, the layout of the rooms, the sound of laughter in the living room. The more real you make it in your mind, the stronger the connection becomes. This specificity creates a clearer signal to the universe about what you wish to attract. Engaging in imaginative practices can be enhanced through meditation, vision boards, or journaling. Meditative visualization helps you enter a relaxed state where your subconscious mind is more receptive to new ideas and beliefs. Creating a vision board allows you to surround yourself with visual reminders of your desires, reinforcing the imagery in your mind daily. Journaling your dreams and desires can also solidify them, serving as a powerful reminder of your intentions. The practice of imagination fosters a sense of gratitude. When you visualize your desires as already fulfilled, you evoke feelings of appreciation and joy. This gratitude not only amplifies the energy of your desires, but also aligns you with the frequency of abundance. As you cultivate gratitude for what you already have, while simultaneously envisioning what you want, you establish a powerful energetic state that draws your desires closer. It's essential to approach imagination with a spirit of playfulness. When we take ourselves too seriously or impose rigid expectations on our visualization practices, we can inadvertently create pressure that stifles creativity. Embrace the process as a joyful exploration of your desires, allowing yourself to be whimsical and free in your imaginings. The more you can infuse joy into your practice, the more effective and fulfilling it becomes. Imagination is the key to manifestation because it allows us to visualize our desires, creates emotional resonance with those desires, and opens us to the infinite possibilities that life has to offer. By engaging our imagination with belief, specificity, gratitude, and playfulness, we align ourselves with the energy of abundance, inviting our desires to materialize effortlessly in our lives. Embrace the power of your imagination and watch as it transforms your reality, bringing forth the experiences and opportunities that you have always dreamed of. Believing is the critical element in manifesting your desires. Belief is not just a passive acknowledgement, it is a powerful force that shapes our reality and influences how we experience life. When we truly believe in the possibility of our desires manifesting, we align ourselves with the energy necessary to attract those desires into our lives. This alignment transforms our thoughts and feelings into a magnetic force that draws our aspirations closer to us. To understand the significance of belief in the manifestation process, consider how beliefs form our perceptions of reality. Our beliefs act as filters through which we interpret our experiences, impacting our thoughts, emotions, and actions. For instance, if you hold a belief that success is attainable, you are more likely to take risks, seize opportunities, and put forth the effort necessary to achieve your goals. Conversely, if you believe that success is out of reach, you may find yourself hesitant, fearful, and paralyzed by self-doubt. This demonstrates how belief directly influences the actions we take or fail to take in pursuit of our desires. One of the most transformative practices for cultivating belief is through positive affirmations. Affirmations are powerful statements that reinforce the reality you wish to create. By repeating affirmations aligned with your desires, you gradually reprogram your subconscious mind. For example, if your desire is to manifest a loving relationship, you might use affirmations like "I am worthy of love" or "I attract healthy, supportive relationships." Consistently affirming these statements helps dissolve limiting beliefs and replaces them with empowering ones that support your vision. Visualizing your desires can also strengthen belief. When you vividly imagine your desired reality, you engage your senses and emotions, creating a more profound connection with your aspirations. Visualization allows you to experience the feelings associated with achieving your goals, reinforcing your belief that they are not just possible but inevitable. By picturing yourself living your desires, you shift your mindset from one of doubt to one of certainty. It's essential to recognize that belief is often tested through challenges and setbacks. As you embark on your manifestation journey, you may encounter obstacles that shake your faith in the process. However, it is precisely during these moments that your belief becomes crucial. Instead of succumbing to doubt, remind yourself of your inherent worthiness and the power of your thoughts. Each challenge presents an opportunity to reaffirm your belief in your ability to create the life you desire. Surrounding yourself with supportive people and positive influences can also nurture your belief. The people we interact with have a significant impact on our mindset. Engage with those who uplift and encourage you, who share a vision of abundance and success. Their positive energy can reinforce your beliefs and motivate you to pursue your desires with confidence. Conversely, distance yourself from negative influences that foster doubt and fear. This intentional curation of your environment helps create a supportive atmosphere conducive to belief and manifestation. Another crucial aspect of belief is the practice of self-compassion. It's important to approach yourself with kindness and understanding, especially during challenging times. When setbacks occur, avoid harsh self-judgment or criticism. Instead, acknowledge your feelings and reassure yourself that growth takes time. By cultivating self-compassion, you create a nurturing internal environment where belief can flourish, enabling you to rise above difficulties with resilience and confidence. Furthermore, celebrating small victories along the way can bolster your belief in the manifestation process. Each step you take towards your desires is significant, no matter how small it may seem. By acknowledging and celebrating these achievements, you reinforce the belief that your efforts are yielding results. This celebration creates a positive feedback loop that enhances your motivation and commitment to continue pursuing your goals. It's also important to differentiate between genuine belief and mere wishful thinking. Genuine belief comes from a place of deep conviction and aligns with your true self, whereas wishful thinking may lack the emotional connection needed to manifest. Cultivating authentic belief involves inner reflection, recognizing your values, and understanding what you truly desire. This clarity enables you to establish a solid foundation for your beliefs, allowing them to resonate deeply within you. Trust plays a significant role in belief. Trust that the universe is conspiring in your favor, working behind the scenes to bring your desires into reality. This trust fosters a sense of patience and surrender, allowing you to let go of the need to control every outcome. When you believe and trust that what you desire is already on its way, you cultivate a sense of peace and confidence that propels you forward on your journey. Believing is a fundamental pillar of manifestation. It shapes our perceptions, influences our actions, and creates the energetic alignment necessary to attract our desires. By engaging in practices such as positive affirmations, visualization, surrounding ourselves with supportive influences, and practicing self-compassion, we can cultivate a strong belief in our ability to manifest our dreams. Trust in the process, celebrate your progress, and recognize that belief is not merely a thought, it is a transformative force that can create the reality you envision. Embrace the power of belief and watch as your desires begin to unfold before you, transforming your life in extraordinary ways. Taking inspired action is a crucial element in the manifestation process, serving as the bridge between your desires and their realization. While belief and imagination are fundamental to setting the stage for what you want, it is through action that you actively participate in the co-creation of your reality. Inspired action is not about forcing yourself to take steps, rather. It is about responding to intuitive nudges and aligning your efforts with your desires. This alignment creates a flow that allows your manifestations to come to fruition effortlessly. Inspired action arises from a place of passion and enthusiasm. When you are genuinely excited about your goals, the actions you take will feel natural and enjoyable, rather than burdensome. This enthusiasm fuels your motivation and propels you forward, making the journey toward your desires fulfilling. To tap into this inspiration, it's essential to cultivate a deep connection with what you truly want. Reflect on your passions, values, and dreams. Understanding these aspects of yourself allows you to align your actions with your core desires. A powerful way to ignite inspired action is through setting clear intentions. When you articulate your goals and desires with clarity, you create a roadmap for yourself. This roadmap guides your actions and helps you recognize opportunities as they arise. For example, if your intention is to start a new career, take time to outline the steps necessary to achieve that goal. Research potential job openings, connect with professionals in your desired field, or update your resume. Each step you take reinforces your commitment and demonstrates your readiness to receive what you desire. Staying open to opportunities is key to recognizing and acting on inspired guidance. Often the universe presents us with chances that align with our desires in unexpected ways. By remaining receptive and attuned to your surroundings, you can seize these opportunities when they arise. For instance, you may meet someone at a networking event who offers you a job lead or stumble upon an online course that enhances your skills. These moments often come disguised as coincidences, but they are in fact the universe responding to your intentions. Listening to your intuition is another crucial aspect of inspired action. Your intuition serves as an inner compass, guiding you toward choices that resonate with your higher self. Cultivating a practice of mindfulness can enhance your ability to connect with your intuition. By quieting the noise of everyday life and tuning into your inner voice, you become more attuned to the guidance that arises. This guidance may manifest as sudden insights, gut feelings, or a sense of clarity about the next steps to take. Trusting and acting upon these intuitive nudges can lead you down paths that align perfectly with your desires. Furthermore, inspired action is often accompanied by a sense of joy and ease. When you are truly aligned with your desires, the actions you take will feel effortless and enjoyable. If you find yourself feeling stressed, anxious, or resistant to the actions you are considering, it may be a sign that you need to reassess your approach. Take a moment to pause and reflect on whether the actions you are planning are genuinely aligned with your desires. If they are not, explore alternative paths that resonate more authentically with your vision. It's important to differentiate between inspired action and forced action. Forced action comes from a place of obligation, fear, or desperation. It often leads to burnout and frustration. In contrast, inspired action is fueled by passion and excitement, creating a sense of flow that attracts positive outcomes. Trusting the timing of your actions is crucial. Manifestation is a process that unfolds in its own time, and it's essential to remain patient and trust that you are being guided toward the right opportunities. Another essential element of inspired action is to remain flexible and adaptable. The path to your desires may not always unfold as you initially envisioned. Embrace the possibility of change and be open to exploring different avenues that lead to your goals. Sometimes what we perceive as setbacks or detours can actually lead us to even greater opportunities. By maintaining a sense of curiosity and flexibility, you allow the universe to work its magic and guide you toward your desired outcomes. Accountability is also a valuable tool for taking inspired action. Sharing your goals with a trusted friend, mentor, or accountability partner can create a supportive environment that encourages you to take the necessary steps. When you vocalize your intentions, you reinforce your commitment to them, making it more likely that you will follow through. An accountability partner can provide encouragement, feedback, and insights that can help you stay on track as you pursue your desires. Celebrating your progress is vital to maintaining momentum. Each step you take, no matter how small, is a victory worth acknowledging. By celebrating your achievements, you reinforce the positive energy surrounding your actions and create a sense of fulfillment in the process. This celebration fosters a positive mindset that encourages you to continue taking inspired action as you move toward your desires. Taking inspired action is an essential component of manifestation. It involves aligning your actions with your desires, responding to intuitive nudges, and remaining open to opportunities that arise along your journey. By setting clear intentions, listening to your intuition, and celebrating your progress, you actively participate in the co-creation of your reality. Embrace the flow of inspired action and trust that every step you take brings you closer to realizing your dreams. As you engage in this process, you will find that the universe supports your efforts, guiding you toward the life you truly desire. Trusting the process is a pivotal aspect of manifesting your desires. It involves having faith in the journey, even when results are not immediately visible. Trusting the process means understanding that manifestation is not just about the destination, but also about the lessons, growth, and experiences that unfold along the way. This belief fosters a sense of surrender, allowing you to release control and anxiety about the timing and specifics of your desires. One of the first steps in cultivating trust in the process is recognizing that the universe operates in a realm beyond our immediate understanding. Often we may become fixated on how we think our desires should manifest, creating rigid expectations that can lead to disappointment. However, the universe has a way of bringing forth our desires in unexpected forms or timing. By embracing the idea that the universe knows what is best for us, we open ourselves to the possibilities that may exceed our own limited perceptions. Practicing patience is essential when it comes to trusting the process. We live in a fast-paced world that often conditions us to expect instant results. However, manifestation is a journey that requires time and nurturing. Just as seed takes time to grow into a plant, our desires also need time to take root and flourish. Patience allows us to cultivate a deeper connection with our desires and to develop the resilience needed to navigate any challenges that may arise along the way. Instead of becoming disheartened by delays, practice patience and remind yourself that the universe is aligning circumstances for your highest good. Another important aspect of trusting the process is letting go of attachment to specific outcomes. While it's natural to have preferences regarding how we want our desires to manifest, becoming overly attached can create tension and resistance. This attachment often stems from fear and anxiety about whether we will achieve what we desire. By learning to detach from specific outcomes and focusing instead on the feelings and experiences associated with our desires, we create space for the universe to work its magic. This doesn't mean you should abandon your goals, rather, it means approaching them with a sense of openness and flexibility. To strengthen your ability to trust the process, practice gratitude. Gratitude shifts your focus from what you lack to what you already have. By expressing appreciation for the present moment and the progress you have made, you cultivate a positive mindset that reinforces your belief in the manifestation process. This gratitude creates a powerful energetic vibration that attracts more positive experiences into your life. Keeping a gratitude journal, where you regularly jot down things you are thankful for, can serve as a powerful reminder of the abundance already present in your life. Mindfulness is another valuable tool for developing trust in the process. By being present and aware of your thoughts and feelings, you can observe any negative patterns or limiting beliefs that may hinder your trust. Mindfulness allows you to cultivate a sense of awareness that enables you to respond consciously rather than reactively. When doubts or fears arise, instead of succumbing to them, practice acknowledging them without judgment. This conscious awareness helps you navigate the challenges of the manifestation journey with grace and resilience. Surrounding yourself with positive influences is also crucial in building trust in the process. The people we associate with can significantly impact our mindset and beliefs. Engage with those who inspire and uplift you, who share a vision of abundance and success. Their positive energy can reinforce your trust and provide encouragement during moments of uncertainty. Conversely, distancing yourself from negativity and skepticism can create a supportive environment that fosters trust and belief in your ability to manifest your desires. Additionally, remind yourself of past successes to bolster your trust in the process. Reflecting on moments when you successfully manifested your desires, even in small ways, reinforces your belief in your ability to create the life you want. Each success serves as a reminder of your inherent power and the effectiveness of the manifestation process. Keeping a record of your achievements can be a motivating tool to review when doubts arise, reminding you of your capacity to create positive change in your life. It's also important to recognize that challenges and setbacks are a natural part of the manifestation process. Instead of viewing these obstacles as failures, reframe them as opportunities for growth and learning. Every challenge presents valuable lessons that contribute to your personal development and understanding of the manifestation process. By shifting your perspective, you build resilience and strengthen your trust in the universe's plan for you. Cultivate a practice of self-acceptance and compassion. Trusting the process involves accepting where you are in your journey without judgment. Acknowledge that everyone's path is unique and comparison can erode your trust. Embrace your individual journey, understanding that the timeline for your desires is not a reflection of your worthiness or abilities. Practicing self-compassion allows you to be gentle with yourself, creating a nurturing internal environment where trust can flourish. Trusting the process is an essential component of manifesting your desires. It involves cultivating patience, letting go of attachment to outcomes, practicing gratitude, and being mindful of your thoughts and feelings. Surrounding yourself with positive influences and reflecting on past successes can reinforce your trust in your ability to manifest. Embrace challenges as opportunities for growth and practice self-acceptance as you navigate your unique journey. By nurturing trust in the process, you empower yourself to fully engage in the manifestation journey and witness the unfolding of your desires in extraordinary ways. Remember that the universe is always working in your favor, aligning the circumstances and opportunities necessary for you to create the life you envision. Embracing the power of surrender is a transformative step in the manifestation process. It involves relinquishing the need to control every aspect of how your desires will unfold and instead trusting that the universe will deliver what is best for you. Surrender is not about giving up on your goals or desires, rather, it's about recognizing that there is a greater force at play, one that can see the bigger picture and orchestrate events in ways that may surpass your own understanding. To begin embracing surrender, it's essential to cultivate a mindset of openness. This means letting go of rigid expectations and allowing yourself to be receptive to whatever comes your way. Life is full of surprises, and by remaining open to the possibilities, you create space for unexpected blessings to enter your life. When you release the need to micromanage the outcome of your desires, you invite opportunities that may be more aligned with your highest good than what you initially envisioned. One of the keys to surrendering is developing a deep sense of faith. This faith goes beyond belief. It involves a profound trust in the universe's ability to support you. When you have faith that everything is unfolding as it should, you can approach your desires with a sense of ease and confidence. This faith can be nurtured through practices such as meditation, visualization, and affirmations, which help reinforce your belief in the benevolent nature of the universe. Another aspect of surrender is understanding the difference between attachment and commitment. While it's important to be committed to your desires, attachment can create unnecessary stress and resistance. Attachment often stems from fear and anxiety about whether you will achieve your goals, leading to a sense of urgency that can be counterproductive. Commitment, on the other hand, allows you to remain dedicated to your desires while maintaining an open heart and mind. You can be deeply committed to your dreams while trusting that they will manifest in the right way and at the right time. Practicing mindfulness is an effective way to cultivate the ability to surrender. By becoming aware of your thoughts and emotions in the present moment, you can identify when you are holding on to fears or anxieties about your desires. Mindfulness allows you to observe these thoughts without judgment, creating a sense of detachment that facilitates surrender. When you notice yourself clinging to specific outcomes, take a moment to pause and breathe deeply, reminding yourself that the universe has a plan for you. Letting go of the need for validation is also a significant component of surrender. Often we seek external approval or confirmation that we are on the right path, which can create a sense of dependency on others' opinions. Embracing surrender means recognizing that your worthiness and success are not contingent upon the validation of others. Instead, cultivate a strong sense of self-worth that comes from within. Acknowledge that you are deserving of your desires simply because you exist, and you don't need anyone else's approval to pursue what brings you joy. Embrace the beauty of the unknown. Surrender invites you to step into the mystery of life, where the possibilities are endless. The unknown can feel daunting, but it is also where magic happens. When you release the need to know every detail of how your desires will manifest, you allow for the element of surprise to enrich your life. Embracing the unknown opens doors to new experiences and opportunities that may lead you to even greater fulfillment than you initially anticipated. It's also essential to recognize that surrender does not equate to passivity. While surrendering means letting go of control, it does not mean that you stop taking action toward your desires. Instead, it encourages you to take inspired action with a light heart, free from the weight of expectation. When you act from a place of surrender, you approach your actions with enthusiasm rather than pressure, making the journey enjoyable and fulfilling. Surrounding yourself with supportive and like-minded individuals can enhance your ability to surrender. Seek out those who understand and appreciate the concept of surrender and who inspire you to trust the process. Engaging in conversations and sharing experiences with others on a similar journey can reinforce your belief in the power of surrender. Their encouragement can help you navigate moments of doubt and remind you that you are not alone in your pursuit of your desires. Self-compassion plays a crucial role in the surrender process. Be gentle with yourself as you navigate the ups and downs of manifesting your desires. Understand that it's natural to experience moments of frustration or uncertainty. Instead of criticizing yourself during these times, practice self-kindness and acknowledge that surrendering is a journey that requires practice and patience. Treat yourself with the same love and compassion that you would offer a dear friend. Embracing the power of surrender is a vital step in the manifestation process. It involves cultivating openness, developing faith, and understanding the difference between attachment and commitment. Mindfulness, letting go of the need for validation, and embracing the unknown are all essential elements of surrender. Remember that surrender does not mean inactivity. Instead, it empowers you to take inspired action with a sense of joy. Surrounding yourself with supportive individuals and practicing self-compassion will further enhance your ability to surrender. By embracing this powerful concept, you align yourself with the flow of the universe, allowing your desires to manifest in beautiful and unexpected ways. Trust in the process, and you will find that the universe supports you in creating a life that resonates with your deepest desires. In conclusion, the journey of manifestation is a profound and transformative experience that invites us to explore the depths of our desires and the essence of our being. By understanding that what we seek is already within our reach, we liberate ourselves from the constraints of struggle and effort. The true power lies in embracing the present moment, where we can align our thoughts, beliefs, and emotions with the reality we wish to create. Let us remember that trust, surrender, and faith are our greatest allies on this journey. As we cultivate patience and gratitude, we open ourselves to the possibilities that the universe has in store for us. Every thought we think and every emotion we feel contributes to the reality we manifest, so let us choose wisely and with intention. As we navigate the twists and turns of life, let us honor the process, recognizing that every challenge is an opportunity for growth, and every moment is a chance to reinforce our belief in our innate power. By surrounding ourselves with positivity and embracing self-acceptance, we empower ourselves to move forward confidently, knowing that we are worthy of all that we desire. So as you step away from this moment, carry with you the understanding that you need not try hard to manifest what is already yours. Instead, trust in the process, surrender to the flow of life, and watch as your dreams unfold before you in ways that may surprise and delight you. Embrace the journey, for it is in this journey that you will discover not only the fulfillment of your desires, but also the beauty of the life that is uniquely yours. Trust that everything is aligning perfectly for you, and know that the universe is conspiring in your favor, guiding you toward the realization of your dreams. Do you ever wonder why certain events unfold in your life, as if by some invisible hand? This invisible force is not external, but rather resides within you, waiting to be harnessed. Your reality is a reflection of your inner world, shaped by subtle, often unnoticed habits that direct the course of your life. When we consciously adopt certain small but profound habits, our inner world transforms, and, as a result, so does our outer experience. Let me share with you 10 small habits that, if practiced with intention, will forever alter the landscape of your life. The mind, often misunderstood and underutilized, holds within it a profound secret. What we imagine with feeling becomes our reality. This concept might seem almost too simple, too magical to be true, but its simplicity is where its power lies. We are continuously shaping our lives through the images we hold in our minds, whether we are conscious of it or not. Every thought, every picture we mentally rehearse, every scenario we play out in the depths of our imagination is quietly carving out our future. To visualize your desired life is not merely a fleeting daydream or a wishful fantasy. It is a deliberate act of creation. In the stillness of your mind, you can reshape the very fabric of your existence. The key, however, lies not in merely seeing the picture, but in embodying it with feeling. Thought alone cannot move the forces that create reality. It is the emotion behind that thought, the joy, the gratitude, the exhilaration that brings it to life. Each night, before you fall asleep, you have a sacred window of time. It is a moment where the conscious mind begins to dissolve, and the subconscious opens itself like fertile soil, ready to receive new seeds of possibility. In that state between wakefulness and sleep, your mind is incredibly malleable, and the imagery you impress upon it takes root in the deepest levels of your consciousness. Here, in this delicate, quiet space, you have the opportunity to visualize your life as you wish it to be. This act of visualization is not something that requires years of practice or special talent. Anyone can do it. But the difference between simply fantasizing and true visualization lies in how real you make the experience feel. You must see yourself living the life you desire, not as if it was some distant hope or far-off dream, but as if it were happening to you in this very moment. The more vivid, the more detailed, the more emotionally charged this inner picture is, the more potent its creative power becomes. Imagine, for example, that you desire a life filled with abundance. In your visualization, don't simply see yourself surrounded by wealth, material success, or the outward signs of affluence. Instead, immerse yourself in the feelings of what that abundance brings. Feel the security, the freedom, the joy that comes with living in abundance. How does your body feel when you are free from financial worry? What thoughts fill your mind when you no longer have to struggle for what you need? These are the sensations that bring life to your vision. It is not enough to see abundance, you must feel abundant. Or perhaps your desire is for love, a deep and fulfilling relationship that nurtures your soul. Don't merely picture yourself with a partner. Go deeper. Feel the warmth of their presence, the joy in their smile, the comfort in their embrace. Imagine the laughter, the shared moments, the connection that exists between the two of you. In your mind, let it be as real as if they were standing before you. The heart responds to these emotions, and the mind begins to align itself with this new reality. The truth is, your subconscious mind does not distinguish between what is real and what is imagined with feeling. To it, all experiences are equally valid. When you visualize with emotion, your subconscious accepts the image as a fact and begins to work tirelessly to bring it to pass. This is where many people falter. They visualize briefly, half-heartedly, and without conviction. But for those who persist, who allow themselves to be fully absorbed in the feeling of their desired life, the results can be nothing short of miraculous. You might ask, but how long will it take? The answer lies not in the ticking of a clock, but in the depth of your belief and the consistency of your practice. Time, as we understand it, is merely an illusion. The moment you truly believe in the reality of your vision, when you know, without doubt, that it is already yours, the universe begins to move in ways you cannot see. People, opportunities, and circumstances will appear, often in the most unexpected of ways, to bring your vision into the physical world. However, patience is required. The mind, especially in its conscious state, often desires immediate gratification, but the subconscious works in its own time, aligning forces beyond our awareness. Your job is not to worry about the how or the when. Your only responsibility is to maintain the feeling of your desired life as if it were already true. The more consistently you can hold this feeling, the faster your outer world will begin to reflect it. Do not be discouraged if, at first, your visualizations seem weak or unclear. Like any skill, it improves with practice. The more you engage in this process, the more vivid and real your inner world will become. Over time, the boundary between what you imagine and what you experience will blur, until you realize that the two are never truly separate. Your life, as it unfolds, will simply be the outpicturing of what you have held in your mind's eye all along. In this way, you become the master of your destiny. You are no longer at the mercy of external circumstances, no longer a victim of chance or fate. Instead, you are the conscious creator, shaping your world through the power of your imagination and the depth of your feeling. And as you continue to visualize your desired life with unwavering belief, you will come to understand that the reality you seek was always within you, waiting to be brought forth. So tonight, when the day has come to a close, and you find yourself in that quiet space between wakefulness and sleep, take a moment to dream, not as a child might dream, but as a creator. Visualize your desired life and feel it as if it were already yours. For in that moment you are doing far more than dreaming. You are planting the seeds of your future. And with faith, patience, and persistence, those seeds will grow, and the life you once imagined will become the life you live. The power of words is often underestimated, but when we speak, we are engaging in the process of creation. Every word carries with it an energy, a vibration that reaches out into the world and begins to mold the reality around us. To speak as if your desires have already manifested is not simply about positive thinking or optimism. It is about aligning your words with the reality you seek to experience. When you understand that your spoken words hold the potential to shape your future, you become aware of the profound influence your language has on your life. Consider this: how often do we speak in terms of lack or want? Phrases like "I wish I had," "if only I could," or "one day I will" are common. Yet they subtly reinforce the idea that what we desire is distant, unattainable, or separate from us. These statements are rooted in a consciousness of lack, constantly reminding ourselves and the universe that we are not yet where we want to be. What if, instead, we spoke as though our desires were already ours? What if, in our conversations with others and with ourselves, we affirmed the reality we seek as if it were already true? When you speak as if your desires have already manifested, you are declaring your belief in the inevitability of their fulfillment. This is not about pretending or lying to yourself. It is about recognizing that the seeds of your desires already exist within you, and your words are the water and sunlight that will nurture them into full bloom. In doing so, you shift your focus from what is missing to what is present, from lack to abundance, from desire to fulfillment. The first step is to understand the language you are using daily. Many people unwittingly create barriers to their success through the words they speak. For instance, someone might say, I hope to be successful someday, but the word hope implies uncertainty. It subtly suggests that success is something elusive, something that might happen but also might not. This kind of language keeps your desires at arm's length, always just out of reach. Now imagine changing that statement to, I am successful. The shift is subtle yet powerful. You are no longer hoping or wishing, you are stating a fact. By affirming this reality, you begin to act in accordance with that belief. Your thoughts, actions, and energy all align with the success you have declared. It's important to note that speaking as if your desires have manifested does not mean denying your current circumstances. You may not yet see the physical evidence of your desire in your life, but that doesn't make it any less real. The key is to speak from the perspective of the outcome you wish to create, even if it has not yet appeared. When you consistently speak as though your desires are already fulfilled, you are reinforcing this belief in your subconscious mind. And as your subconscious mind accepts this new reality, it begins to influence your thoughts, behaviors, and decisions, guiding you toward the fulfillment of your desire. Another example can be found in relationships. Instead of saying, I wish I could find love, try saying, I am loved and cherished by. Speaking from this place of already having love, you invite the energy of love into your life. Your words signal to the universe that you are ready to receive, and the universe responds in kind. The shift in your language also changes how you perceive yourself. You begin to carry yourself with the confidence and worthiness of someone who is already loved, which in turn attracts love to you. Speaking as if your desires have manifested also creates an inner sense of peace and confidence. When you declare that you already have what you desire, you eliminate the anxiety and fear that often accompany the pursuit of goals. Instead of constantly chasing after something that feels out of reach, you begin to live in the knowing that it is already yours. This sense of peace allows you to act from a place of calm assurance rather than desperation or need. Desperation repels, but confidence attracts. When you are calm and secure in the belief that your desires are manifesting, you align yourself with the flow of the universe. The language you use has the power to change how you feel and how others perceive you. Imagine someone who walks into a room and says, I am confident, I am successful, I am living my dream. Their energy immediately shifts the atmosphere around them. Their words, spoken with conviction, carry a power that influences not only their own state of mind, but also the way others respond to them. This is not arrogance, it is simply an expression of faith in their own potential. When you speak from a place of already having what you desire, you emit a frequency that attracts the circumstances, people, and opportunities that align with that reality. This practice of speaking as if your desires have already manifested is a form of self-affirmation. Every time you make a declaration about your life, you are reinforcing that belief in your mind. The more you repeat these affirmations, the more they become ingrained in your subconscious. Eventually, your subconscious begins to accept these statements as truth. And once that happens, your external world begins to shift to reflect this new reality. This is the process of manifestation in its simplest form. Think it, believe it, speak it, and then watch as it unfolds. One of the challenges people face when they begin to speak as if their desires have manifested is overcoming doubt. It's natural to feel some resistance when you start affirming things that you haven't yet seen in your life. But this doubt is simply a remnant of your old way of thinking. It is the result of years of speaking from a place of lack and limitation. The key is to persist. Even if your current reality doesn't yet reflect your desires, continue to speak as if it does. Over time, this new way of speaking will become second nature, and the old patterns of doubt and limitation will fade away. Speaking as if your desires have already manifested is not a one-time event, it is a daily practice. It requires consistency and dedication. Every day, in every conversation, whether with yourself or others, be mindful of the words you choose. Speak from a place of certainty, from a place of knowing that what you desire is already on its way. The more you do this, the more you will begin to notice small shifts in your life, opportunities arising, doors opening, people appearing who can help you along your path. These are not coincidences, they are the result of the energy you have put out into the world through your words. Speaking as if your desires have already manifested is one of the most powerful tools you have at your disposal for creating a life. By aligning your words with the reality you wish to experience, you are not only influencing your own mindset, but also sending out a clear signal to the universe that you are ready to receive. And as you continue to speak from this place of abundance and fulfillment, you will find that the world around you begins to transform to match the reality you have been declaring all along. Living with gratitude for the unseen is a profound way to align yourself with the forces that shape your reality. It requires a shift in perspective, an awareness that the things you desire already exist in some form, even if they haven't yet manifested in your physical world. Gratitude in this context is more than just being thankful for what you have. It's about recognizing and appreciating the things that are on their way to you, even if you can't see them yet. This approach opens doors to endless possibilities, as it fosters a mindset of abundance and belief in the unseen power of the universe. When you live with gratitude for the unseen, you are essentially expressing trust in the process of creation. You are acknowledging that the universe is always working behind the scenes, arranging circumstances, opportunities, and connections that will bring your desires into reality. Most people reserve their gratitude for when something tangible has appeared in their lives: a new job, a loving relationship, financial abundance, but the secret to true manifestation lies in being grateful before those things materialize. This is the kind of faith that moves mountains, the belief that what you have asked for is already yours, even if it's not yet visible to the naked eye. The practice of gratitude for the unseen shifts your focus from a place of lack to a place of abundance. Instead of constantly thinking about what you don't have, you begin to feel thankful for what is coming. This shift is incredibly powerful, because it changes the energy you are emitting. Every thought and emotion carries a frequency, and the frequency of gratitude is one of the highest vibrations you can experience. When you live in a state of gratitude, you are aligning yourself with the same energy that attracts more things to be grateful for. Imagine for a moment that you have a desire, a goal you've been working toward, a dream you want to bring to life. Instead of focusing on the fact that it hasn't yet happened, start giving thanks as if it already has. Feel the joy, the relief, the excitement as if your desire has already manifested. This isn't about pretending or forcing yourself to believe something untrue. It's about tapping into the emotional reality of your desired outcome. When you do this, you activate a magnetic force that draws your desire closer to you. The universe responds to the energy you put out. And when that energy is gratitude, you are inviting abundance into your life. Living with gratitude for the unseen also fosters a deeper connection with the present moment. So often we get caught up in the pursuit of our goals, always looking ahead and waiting for the next thing to arrive. But when you practice gratitude for the unseen, you become more attuned to the magic of the here and now. You start to notice the small miracles unfolding around you, the subtle signs that things are moving in the direction of your desires. This mindfulness keeps you grounded in the present, even as you remain excited for the future. One of the most powerful aspects of gratitude for the unseen is that it eliminates the need for doubt or worry. When you are truly grateful for something that has not yet appeared, you are essentially telling the universe, I trust you. I know it's coming, and I am thankful for it already. This attitude of trust and belief leaves no room for doubt or fear. Worry, after all, is a form of resistance. It's a signal that you don't believe your desires are possible, or that you're uncertain whether they will manifest. But gratitude dissolves that resistance because it's rooted in the knowledge that everything is already working in your favor. Another key benefit of living with gratitude for the unseen is that it shifts your self-perception. When you practice gratitude for the things that are on their way to you, you begin to see yourself as someone who is already abundant, already successful, already loved. This shift in self-image has a profound impact on how you show up in the world. You carry yourself differently, you make decisions from a place of confidence rather than lack. And you naturally attract people and circumstances that reflect this new sense of worthiness and abundance. Gratitude for the unseen is also a form of surrender. It's an acknowledgement that you don't have to control every detail of how your desires come to fruition. You don't need to know every step along the way. You just need to trust that the universe has a plan. When you live in gratitude for the unseen, you are releasing the need to micromanage the process and allowing the natural flow of events to unfold. This surrender doesn't mean giving up, it means letting go of the need to force things to happen and trusting that they will happen in the perfect way and at the perfect time. Moreover, living with gratitude for the unseen cultivates patience. It allows you to release the urgency and anxiety that often accompany the pursuit of your goals. Instead of feeling frustrated by delays or setbacks, you can rest in the knowledge that everything is unfolding exactly as unfolding. Gratitude keeps you in a state of anticipation rather than impatience, because you know that your desires are on their way, even if they haven't arrived yet. This patience is not passive, it's an active form of faith, a deep knowing that the universe is always conspiring in your favor. It's important to remember that living with gratitude for the unseen is not about denying your current reality or pretending that challenges don't exist. It's about recognizing that even in the midst of challenges, there is something greater at work. It's about trusting that the unseen forces of the universe are aligning everything for your highest good, even if you can't yet see how it's all going to come together. This faith allows you to remain centered and grateful even when external circumstances don't yet reflect the desires of your heart. Living with gratitude for the unseen is one of the most transformative practices you can adopt. It allows you to align your energy with abundance, to trust in the process of creation, and to release the doubts and fears that hold you back. By being grateful for the things that are on their way to you, you are not only accelerating their manifestation, but also cultivating a deep sense of peace and fulfillment in the present moment. The unseen may not be visible, but it is real, and when you live with gratitude for it, you open yourself up to a life filled with miracles, abundance, and endless possibilities. Controlling your inner conversations is one of the most powerful ways to shape your reality. The thoughts and dialogues you entertain in your mind are not just idle musings, they are creative forces that influence the world around you. Every word you speak to yourself carries energy and intention, whether you realize it or not. Your inner conversations are like a constant broadcast to the universe, dictating the frequency of life. When you learn to master these internal dialogues, you gain control over the direction of your life and the experiences you attract. Most people are unaware of the impact their inner conversations have on their reality. They allow their thoughts to run unchecked, often replaying negative scenarios, doubts, fears, and frustrations. These mental dialogues become a self-fulfilling prophecy. If your mind is constantly focused on lack, worry, or failure, you will inevitably attract experiences that match that vibration. The outer world reflects the inner world, and your inner conversations are the blueprint from which your reality is created. To begin controlling your inner conversations, it's essential to first become aware of them. Pay attention to the way you talk to yourself throughout the day. Are your inner dialogues supportive and empowering, or are they filled with criticism and doubt? Do you replay past mistakes or imagine worst-case scenarios about the future? Awareness is the first step to change. Once you are conscious of the content of your inner conversations, you can begin to shift them in a more positive direction. One way to gain control over your inner conversations is by deliberately choosing new, empowering thoughts. This requires practice and consistency, because your mind may be accustomed to defaulting to negativity. However, you can retrain your mind by consciously replacing disempowering thoughts with ones that align with the reality you wish to create. For example, instead of thinking, "I always mess things up," you can replace it with, "I am learning and growing every day." This shift may seem small, but it has a profound impact on the energy you are putting out into the world. It's important to understand that controlling your inner conversations doesn't mean denying reality or ignoring challenges. It means acknowledging the present situation while choosing to focus on a solution-oriented, positive outcome. You are not pretending that difficulties don't exist, you are simply choosing not to dwell on them or give them more power than they deserve. By focusing on the outcome you desire rather than the problem, you direct your energy toward creating a new reality. Another powerful way to control your inner conversations is through visualization. When you imagine yourself living the life you desire, your inner conversations will naturally align with that vision. Visualization is like a mental rehearsal for the reality you want to create. As you see yourself succeeding, thriving, and experiencing joy, your inner dialogue will begin to reflect those experiences. Instead of doubting yourself, you will find yourself thinking thoughts like, "I am capable, I deserve success, and everything is working out for me." The key to controlling your inner conversations is consistency. It's not enough to practice positive thinking occasionally, it must become a daily habit. The more you consciously choose empowering thoughts and inner dialogues, the more natural it will become. Over time, your mind will begin to default to positive, supportive conversations, and you will notice a shift in your external reality. Opportunities, people, and circumstances that align with your new way of thinking will start to appear. It's also important to pay attention to the moments when your inner conversations tend to spiral into negativity. These are often triggered by specific situations, people, or fears. When you notice this happening, take a moment to pause and redirect your thoughts. Ask yourself, is this inner conversation serving me? Is it leading me closer to the reality I want to create? If the answer is no, make a conscious choice to change it. This might involve affirming a new thought or visualizing a different outcome. One of the biggest challenges in controlling your inner conversations is overcoming self-doubt. It's easy to fall into the trap of thinking that you're not good enough or that your desires are out of reach. But these are just stories your mind is telling you, and you have the power to change them. Whenever self-doubt creeps in, remind yourself that you are the creator of your reality. You have the ability to shape your life through the thoughts you entertain. Replace doubt with faith in yourself and in the power of the universe to support you. Your inner conversations also influence how you interact with the world around you. When you have a positive internal dialogue, you show up differently in your relationships, your work, and your daily life. You exude confidence, optimism, and calm, which in turn attracts more positive experiences. People are drawn to your energy, and opportunities seem to flow to you effortlessly. On the other hand, if your inner conversations are filled with negativity or self-criticism, you will project that energy into the world, and it will be reflected back to you. One of the most profound shifts that happens when you control your inner conversations is that you begin to live in alignment with your desires, rather than in opposition to them. Many people unknowingly sabotage their own dreams through negative self-talk. They focus on the obstacles, the reasons why something can't happen, or the fear of failure. This creates resistance and blocks the flow of positive energy into their lives. But when you choose to speak to yourself in a way that aligns with your desires, you remove those blocks and allow the universe to work in your favor. Remember, your inner conversations are not just private musings, they are a powerful form of communication with the universe. Every thought, every word, every internal dialogue is a request for what you want to experience in life. If you want to manifest abundance, joy, love, or success, your inner conversations must reflect those desires. You cannot expect to create a life of abundance if your mind is constantly focused on lack. You cannot manifest love if your inner dialogue is filled with self-doubt or unworthiness. The universe responds to the energy you emit, and your inner conversations are the foundation of that energy. As you continue to practice controlling your inner conversations, you will notice a shift not only in your external reality but also in your sense of inner peace. Negative thoughts and self-talk create inner turmoil and stress. But when you choose empowering inner conversations, you cultivate a sense of calm and confidence. You become more resilient in the face of challenges because you trust in your ability to shape your reality. You know that no matter what happens, you have the power to choose how you respond, both internally and externally. Controlling your inner conversations is a transformative practice that empowers you to take charge of your life. By becoming aware of your thoughts, consciously choosing empowering inner dialogues, and aligning your self-talk with your desires, you create a reality that reflects your highest potential. Your inner conversations are the key to manifesting the life you truly want, and with consistent practice, you can harness their power to create a life filled with abundance, joy, and fulfillment. Acting as if you already are who you want to be is one of the most powerful principles in transforming your life. This concept might sound simple, yet it is deeply profound in its impact on your reality. It challenges you to live from the state of your desired self, not just hoping for change but embodying it in every action, thought, and feeling. By acting as if you are already the person you wish to become, you send a clear message to your subconscious mind and the universe that you are ready to receive the life you desire. It's an act of faith, and through this faith, you bridge the gap between your current self and your ideal self. One of the fundamental truths of life is that your outer world is a reflection of your inner state. This means that how you feel about yourself and your circumstances will inevitably shape the experiences you attract. If you continue to act and think from a place of lack, limitation, or doubt, your reality will mirror those states. However, if you begin to act as if you are already living your ideal life, you start aligning yourself with the energy of that reality. The outer world must then conform to reflect this inner shift. The first step in acting as if you already are who you want to be is to get clear on who that version of you is. What does your ideal self look like, feel like, and think like? What kind of life are they living? What kind of choices do they make? To truly embody this version of yourself, you must have a clear mental image of who you wish to become. It's not enough to simply wish for change, you must step into that identity fully and begin living from that place right now. One way to do this is to practice visualization. Spend time each day imagining yourself as the person you want to be. See yourself living the life of your dreams with all the confidence, success, joy, and abundance that comes with it. Feel the emotions that accompany this vision. What does it feel like to already have what you desire? As you immerse yourself in these feelings, you are training your subconscious mind to accept this new reality as true. The more vividly you can imagine and feel yourself as your ideal self, the more natural it will become to act from that place in your daily life. Once you have a clear vision of your ideal self, the next step is to begin embodying that version of yourself in your everyday actions. This doesn't mean faking it or pretending to be something you're not. It means stepping into the mindset and behaviors of your ideal self, even if your external circumstances haven't fully caught up yet. For example, if your desired self is someone who is confident and successful, start carrying yourself with that confidence today. Walk with your head held high, speak with assurance, and make decisions from a place of empowerment. Your actions are a direct reflection of your beliefs about yourself. If you continue to act from a place of insecurity or self-doubt, you reinforce those limiting beliefs. But when you begin to act as if you are already successful, confident, or abundant, you start to reprogram your subconscious mind with these new beliefs. Over time, your outer reality will shift to match the new identity you have embraced. It's important to recognize that acting as if you already are who you want to be requires consistency and commitment. You may not see immediate changes in your external circumstances, but that doesn't mean the process isn't working. The universe responds to the energy you put out, and when you consistently show up as your ideal self, you are aligning with the reality you want to create. It's about living in the end, trusting that the transformation is happening, even if it's not yet visible. One of the biggest obstacles people face when trying to act as if they are already who they want to be is the temptation to focus on their current limitations. It's easy to get caught up in the present reality and feel discouraged by what seems to be missing. However, the key to this practice is not allowing your current circumstances to dictate how you feel or act. Instead, you must remain steadfast in your belief that you are already the person you want to be, regardless of what your external world looks like. This requires a shift in perspective. Rather than reacting to your current reality, you are proactively creating a new one. A helpful way to reinforce this practice is through affirmations. Positive affirmations are a powerful tool for reprogramming your subconscious mind and aligning with your ideal self. Create affirmations that reflect the qualities and experiences of the person you want to become. For example, if your ideal self is someone who is financially abundant, you might say, "I am financially free and abundant." If your desired self is someone who is deeply loved and cherished, affirm, "I am worthy of love and I attract loving relationships." Repeat these affirmations daily and speak them with conviction, as if they are already true. Another essential aspect of acting as if you are already who you want to be is to let go of the need to control how and when your desires will manifest. Trust that by embodying your ideal self, you are naturally attracting the experiences and opportunities that align with that version of you. The universe works in mysterious and sometimes unexpected ways, and your job is not to micromanage the process, but to remain faithful to the end result. When you act from a place of certainty and belief in your new reality, you open yourself up to receive it in ways you might not have imagined. It's also important to surround yourself with people, environments, and influences that support your new identity. If you're trying to act as if you are already successful, but you're constantly surrounded by negativity or people who doubt you, it can be challenging to stay aligned with your vision. Seek out relationships and situations that uplift and inspire you. Surround yourself with those who encourage your growth and believe in your potential. Your environment plays a significant role in shaping your beliefs and behaviors, so be intentional about curating one that supports the person you are becoming. Remember that acting as if you are already who you want to be is not about perfection. You may have moments of doubt or fall back into old patterns, and that's okay. The important thing is to remain committed to the practice and to gently bring yourself back to the state of your ideal self when you notice yourself slipping. Growth is a process, and every step you take toward embodying your desired self is a step closer to manifesting your dream life. Acting as if you already are who you want to be is a transformative practice that allows you to align with the life you desire. By embodying the thoughts, feelings, and actions of your ideal self, you send a powerful message to the universe that you are ready to receive all that you desire. This practice requires faith, consistency, and a willingness to let go of your current limitations. But as you continue to live from the state of your desired self, you will begin to see your outer world shift to match the inner transformation that has taken place. Setting clear intentions daily is a transformative habit that can elevate every aspect of your life. It's the practice of consciously deciding how you want your day to unfold, aligning your thoughts, emotions, and actions with a purpose that moves you closer to your goals. Clear intentions are not just random wishes or vague desires, they are focused, specific, and grounded in the vision of your highest self. By setting intentions each day, you take control of your energy, your mindset, and ultimately your reality. One of the most powerful things about intentions is that they direct your attention. Where your attention goes, energy flows. If you begin your day without a clear intention, your mind will likely be scattered, pulled in many directions by external forces or distractions. You may find yourself reacting to circumstances, rather than proactively creating the experiences you want. But when you set an intention, you give your mind a focus, something to work toward, something to align your actions with. It's like programming your internal GPS, guiding you toward your desired destination with clarity and purpose. The process of setting intentions begins with self-awareness. Before you can decide how you want your day to go, you need to check in with yourself. What do you want to feel today? What do you want to accomplish? What kind of energy do you want to bring into your interactions? Take a few moments in the morning or even the night before to get quiet and tune in to your inner self. Listen to the subtle guidance of your intuition and let it inform your intention for the day. This could be an intention for peace, productivity, connection, abundance, or any other quality that feels aligned with your current goals and desires. The key to setting a powerful intention is to make it specific and actionable. Rather than setting a vague intention like "I want to have a good day," you might set an intention like "I intend to approach every challenge today with calm and confidence," or "I intend to focus on completing 3 important tasks that will move me closer to my goals." The more specific your intention, the easier it is for your mind to align with it, and for you to recognize opportunities to act on it throughout the day. In addition to being specific, your intention should also be emotionally resonant. It's not just about what you want to do, but how you want to feel while doing it. The emotional tone of your intention is what will keep you connected to it throughout the day. For example, if your intention is to be productive, what's the feeling behind that? Is it a sense of accomplishment, focus, or fulfillment? If your intention is to cultivate peace, what does that feel like in your body and mind? By connecting your intention to a feeling, you engage not just your mind, but your entire being in the process of bringing it to life. Once you set your intention, it's important to hold it lightly. This doesn't mean being indifferent or passive, but rather allowing room for flexibility. Life is unpredictable, and while intentions are powerful, they are not about controlling every detail of your day. Instead, they provide a guide, a compass to keep you on track. If things don't go exactly as planned, you can still return to the feeling behind your intention and adjust your actions accordingly. For example, if your intention is to stay calm and confident in the face of challenges, but an unexpected problem arises, you can remind yourself of that intention and choose to respond from a place of calm, rather than reacting with stress or frustration. The practice of setting clear intentions also fosters a sense of personal responsibility. It reminds you that you are the creator of your experience. While you cannot control everything that happens in your day, you can control how you respond, how you direct your energy, and what you focus on. By setting intentions, you step into the role of an active participant in your life, rather than a passive observer. You take ownership of your thoughts, feelings, and actions, knowing that they are shaping your reality moment by moment. An important aspect of setting intentions is to do so from a place of possibility, not limitation. When setting your intention for the day, Focus on what you want to experience or achieve, not what you want to avoid. For instance, instead of setting an intention like "I don't want to be stressed today," you could reframe it as "I intend to stay centered and calm throughout my day." Focusing on the positive outcome helps to create a sense of expansiveness and invites the universe to support you in manifesting that outcome. Intentions also work best when they are aligned with your deeper values and long-term goals. While daily intentions can be small and specific, they should ultimately connect to the bigger picture of who you are becoming. For example, if one of your long-term goals is to live a life of abundance, your daily intentions might include actions or mindsets that support that vision, such as "I intend to express gratitude for all the abundance in my life," or "I intend to take one step today toward my financial goals." When your daily intentions are aligned with your broader vision, you create a sense of continuity and momentum that carries you forward. The magic of setting clear intentions daily is that it cultivates a sense of purpose and direction. When you wake up in the morning with a clear intention, you're not just going through the motions of life. You're living with intention. Each day becomes an opportunity to move closer to your dreams, to grow into the person you want to be, and to experience life in a way that feels aligned and fulfilling. Even on the days when things don't go as planned, the act of setting an intention grounds you, giving you something to come back to, a touchstone for how you want to show up in the world. To deepen the practice of setting intentions, you can combine it with visualization or meditation. As you set your intention for the day, close your eyes and visualize yourself living it out. See yourself moving through your day with the energy, focus, or mindset that your intention represents. Feel the emotions that come with it. This not only reinforces your intention, but also primes your subconscious mind to help you manifest it. The more vividly you can imagine yourself living in alignment with your intention, the more real it becomes. At the end of the day, take a moment to reflect on how your intention influenced your actions and experiences. Did you stay aligned with your intention? Were there moments when you strayed from it? What can you learn from those moments? By reflecting on your intentions each day, you strengthen your ability to set and follow through on them. Over time, this practice becomes a powerful tool for self-mastery, helping you to consistently show up as the best version of yourself. Setting clear intentions daily is a simple yet transformative practice that can profoundly change the way you experience life. It allows you to focus your energy on what truly matters, align your actions with your highest self, and live each day with purpose and clarity. Through the power of intention, you become the conscious creator of your reality, steering your life toward greater fulfillment, growth, and success. Detaching from the outcome is one of the most liberating and powerful habits you can cultivate when working towards your desires and dreams. It is a mindset that allows you to fully commit to your intentions, while simultaneously releasing the need for a specific result to manifest in a particular way or time frame. Many people mistakenly believe that intense focus and constant fixation on the outcome are necessary to achieve their goals, but in truth, attachment can often hinder the manifestation process. Detachment, on the other hand, allows space for things to unfold naturally and in alignment with the greater flow of life. At its core, detachment is about trusting the process, trusting the universe, and trusting that what is meant for you will come to you in the perfect time and form. When you are overly attached to a specific outcome, you can become fixated on how things should happen, which leads to frustration, anxiety, and disappointment when they don't unfold according to your expectations. This attachment places you in a state of resistance, where you are constantly checking for results, doubting the process, and allowing your happiness to be contingent upon external circumstances. In contrast, detaching from the outcome allows you to let go of this resistance and step into a state of flow. It doesn't mean giving up on your desires or becoming indifferent to your goals. Rather, it means releasing the need to control every aspect of how your desires will manifest. By doing so, you create space for the universe to work its magic in ways that might surprise you, ways that are often better and more aligned with your highest good than you could have planned for yourself. The practice of detachment begins with a deep sense of knowing that what you seek is already on its way to you. When you set an intention or desire, the universe begins to rearrange itself to bring that into your reality. However, the exact path or timeline for its manifestation is often beyond our human understanding. Detachment means trusting this unseen process and having faith that what you desire will come to fruition, even if you cannot yet see the evidence. This trust allows you to release any anxious attachment to outcomes and instead focus on living in the present moment. One of the challenges many people face when practicing detachment is the fear that letting go of control means they won't get what they want. But in reality, it's the opposite. By detaching, you remove the blocks of fear, doubt, and impatience that often delay or sabotage the manifestation process. Imagine holding a delicate flower in your hand. If you squeeze it too tightly, you crush it. But if you hold it gently, it flourishes. The same principle applies to your desires. When you cling to them with desperation, you suffocate the natural flow of energy. When you release the need to control every detail, you allow the space for your desires to blossom effortlessly. Another important aspect of detachment is understanding that the outcome may look different from what you initially envisioned, and that's okay. Often we get attached to very specific ideas of what success or fulfillment should look like, but these ideas are limited by our current perspective. The universe, on the other hand, operates from a much broader, infinite perspective and can deliver results in ways we never could have imagined. Detaching from the outcome allows you to remain open to these unexpected opportunities and blessings, which may be even better than what you originally asked for. One way to cultivate detachment is to focus on the process rather than the result. Instead of constantly checking whether your manifestation is coming to fruition, direct your energy toward what you can do in the present moment. Engage fully with the steps you are taking toward your goal, and find joy in the journey itself. For example, if you are working toward a career goal, instead of obsessing over when the promotion will come or when you'll land your dream job, focus on honing your skills, enjoying your current role, and showing up with excellence each day. When you find fulfillment in the process, the outcome becomes less of a source of anxiety because you're already experiencing success in the now. Another powerful way to practice detachment is through gratitude. When you cultivate an attitude of gratitude for what you already have, you shift your focus from lack to abundance. Attachment often arises from a sense of lack or fear that we won't get what we want. But when you are grateful for the present moment and all that it holds, you release that fear. You affirm to yourself that you are already abundant, and this naturally leads to a state of detachment. You no longer need the outcome to complete you, because you are already whole. Detachment also requires a level of emotional resilience. When you are attached to an outcome, any deviation from your expectations can lead to emotional turmoil, feelings of frustration, disappointment, or even failure. But when you are detached, you are able to maintain your inner peace and equilibrium regardless of external circumstances. This doesn't mean you won't experience challenges or setbacks, but rather that you won't allow them to disrupt your sense of well-being. You'll be able to observe these challenges from a place of calm and adapt to them without losing sight of your ultimate vision. A helpful practice in cultivating detachment is affirming to yourself daily that everything is always working out for me. This simple affirmation reinforces the belief that, no matter what happens, the universe is conspiring in your favor. It reminds you that even when things don't seem to be going according to plan, they are still working out in ways that are aligned with your highest good. This mindset shift allows you to release your grip on the outcome and trust that, in the grand scheme of things, everything is unfolding perfectly. Another important element of detachment is releasing the need for external validation. Often we become attached to outcomes because we seek approval or recognition from others. We want to prove our worth or success through visible achievements. But true detachment comes from an inner sense of worthiness that isn't dependent on outside opinions or accomplishments. When you know that you are inherently worthy, you no longer need the outcome to validate your value. You can pursue your goals with passion and purpose, but without the pressure of needing them to define you. Detaching from the outcome also means releasing the timeline. One of the most common sources of frustration in the manifestation process is impatience. We want our desires to manifest immediately, and when they don't, we start to doubt whether they ever will. But the universe operates on divine timing, which often doesn't align with our human schedules. Detachment requires letting go of the need for instant results and trusting that everything is unfolding in perfect timing. This doesn't mean you stop taking action toward your goals, but rather that you release the stress of trying to force things to happen before they're ready. Ultimately, detaching from the outcome is about reclaiming your power. When you are no longer fixated on a specific result, you free yourself from the emotional roller coaster of highs and lows that come with attachment. You become the master of your own energy, able to stay grounded, peaceful, and aligned with your highest self, regardless of external circumstances. Detachment allows you to live in a state of flow, where you are open to receiving all the abundance, joy, and opportunities that the universe has in store for you. Detaching from the outcome is a practice of trust, surrender, and faith in the process of life. It frees you from the need to control every detail and allows you to align with the natural flow of the universe. By releasing attachment, you create space for your desires to manifest in ways that are often better than you could have imagined. You open yourself up to new possibilities, and you maintain your inner peace, knowing that everything is always working out for your highest good. Embracing silence is a practice that goes beyond simply avoiding noise or external distractions. It is about cultivating an inner stillness that allows you to connect deeply with yourself, and the vast intelligence of the universe. In the modern world, filled with constant chatter, notifications, and the ceaseless demands of daily life, silence can feel like an unfamiliar or even uncomfortable experience. Yet, it is in the quiet moments of silence that profound transformation occurs. Silence offers a space where the mind can rest, where thoughts can settle, and where the truth of your being can rise to the surface. In silence, there is no need to explain, justify, or prove anything. You are simply present, fully aware of the moment, and open to the wisdom that emerges from within. When you embrace silence, you invite clarity and insight into your life, allowing answers to come from the depth of your own consciousness rather than from external sources. One of the most powerful aspects of silence is its ability to reconnect you with your inner voice. We are constantly bombarded with information, opinions, and advice from the outside world, often drowning out the quiet, subtle voice of intuition. By creating space for silence in your life, you give yourself the opportunity to hear that inner guidance more clearly. This voice is always there, but it requires stillness to be heard. In moments of silence, you can tune into your true desires, align with your higher self, and gain a sense of direction that is uniquely yours. Embracing silence also has the power to deepen your relationship with the present moment. In our fast-paced lives, we are often so focused on the future or the past that we miss the beauty and richness of the now. Silence invites you to be fully present, to experience life as it is unfolding in this moment. When you are silent, you are not preoccupied with what's next or what has already happened. You are simply here, observing, feeling, and being. This presence is a gift, for it allows you to experience life in its fullness, without distraction or distortion. Silence is also a powerful tool for reflection and self-awareness. In the absence of external noise, you can more easily observe your thoughts, emotions, and patterns. You begin to notice the stories you tell yourself, the beliefs you hold, and the ways in which you may be unconsciously limiting yourself. Through silent reflection, you gain insight into your inner world, which is the first step toward transformation. As you become more aware of your inner dialogue, you can consciously choose which thoughts to nurture and which ones to release. Moreover, silence helps cultivate patience and emotional resilience. In silence, there is no urgency, no need for immediate action or reaction. You learn to sit with your emotions, to allow them to pass without being overwhelmed by them. This patience creates space for you to respond to life's challenges from a place of calm and centeredness, rather than reacting impulsively out of fear or frustration. Over time, embracing silence strengthens your ability to remain grounded and composed, even in the midst of chaos or uncertainty. In addition, silence is a gateway to deeper spiritual connection. Whether you meditate, pray, or simply sit in stillness, silence creates an opening for communion with the divine. It is in silence that you can feel the presence of something greater than yourself, whether you call it God, the universe, or infinite intelligence. This connection is not something that can be explained in words. It is felt, experienced, and known in the depths of your being. In silence, you align with the eternal flow of life, and you remember your true nature as a spiritual being having a human experience. Incorporating moments of silence into your daily life doesn't require a major lifestyle change. You can start small by setting aside just a few minutes each day to sit in stillness. Over time, you can extend these moments, allowing them to become a regular part of your routine. You may choose to practice meditation, go for a quiet walk in nature, or simply sit in a peaceful space without distractions. Whatever form it takes, the key is to embrace the silence fully, without expectation or judgment. Embracing silence is a transformative practice that allows you to reconnect with your inner self, cultivate mindfulness, and deepen your spiritual connection. It creates space for clarity, insight, and emotional resilience, helping you navigate life's challenges with greater ease and grace. In a world filled with constant noise and distraction, silence is a refuge, a place where you can return to your true self and experience the peace that comes from within. Persisting in your belief is the cornerstone of manifesting the life you desire. It is the unwavering faith that, no matter what obstacles or delays arise, your vision will come to fruition. Belief is the fuel that keeps your intentions alive, even when external circumstances seem to contradict your inner desires. This persistence isn't about forcing outcomes or being rigid. Rather, it's about maintaining a steady, calm conviction that what you seek is already on its way to you. In the journey toward your goals, doubts will inevitably creep in. There will be moments where the manifestation of your desires feels distant or unlikely. This is when persistence in your belief becomes critical. You must remind yourself that your thoughts and feelings are powerful creators of your thoughts. You are continuously shaping the world around you. Persistence in belief requires consistency. It's about reaffirming your desires daily and not letting momentary setbacks sway you from the ultimate goal. The universe responds to your consistent inner state, not to fleeting wishes or doubts. The more steadfast you are in your belief, the more aligned your actions, thoughts, and emotions will become with that belief, bringing your desires closer to reality. The most important aspect of persistence is trusting the process, even when the path seems unclear. Sometimes the universe may take you on a detour or delay the manifestation, not to deny your desires, but to prepare you for something even greater. Keep your focus on the end result, not the how or when. By persisting in your belief, you maintain the inner strength and certainty that will eventually draw your desires into your life, regardless of external appearances. Reframing failure as feedback is a transformative mindset shift that can significantly impact your personal and professional growth. When we experience failure, the natural instinct is often to view it as a negative outcome, a reflection of our inadequacies, or a sign that we should abandon our pursuits. However, when you choose to see failure as feedback, you unlock a powerful tool for learning and improvement. Failure, in this context, becomes a valuable teacher. Each setback provides insights into what didn't work and why, guiding you toward a more informed approach in the future. Instead of being paralyzed by disappointment or fear, you can analyze your experiences with curiosity and openness. This shift in perspective encourages you to ask constructive questions. What can I learn from this? What adjustments can I make moving forward? This mindset cultivates resilience and adaptability, two essential qualities for achieving long-term success. Moreover, reframing failure as feedback allows you to detach your self-worth from your outcomes. You are not defined by your mistakes, rather you are defined by your ability to respond to them. By embracing failure as a stepping stone rather than a stumbling block, you foster a growth-oriented mindset. This perspective empowers you to take risks, innovate, and explore new possibilities without the fear of being judged for you. Ultimately, viewing failure as feedback creates a culture of continuous learning in your life. It encourages experimentation and exploration, leading to greater creativity and innovation. Each time you encounter failure, you are not just one step back. You are gathering essential information that propels you forward on your journey towards success. By embracing this mindset, you cultivate a path of growth that transforms setbacks into powerful opportunities for self-discovery and advancement. In conclusion, the journey to transforming your life through small habits is a profound exploration of self-discovery, growth, and resilience. Each habit we've discussed, from visualizing your desired life to reframing failure as feedback, serves as a building block for a more empowered existence. By embracing these practices, you not only cultivate a mindset that aligns with your deepest desires, but also create a life infused with purpose and intention. As you visualize your desired life, speak as if your dreams have already manifested, and live with gratitude for the unseen. You tap into the immense power of your thoughts and emotions. By controlling your inner conversations and acting as if you are already who you want to be, you send a clear signal to the universe about your intentions. Setting clear intentions daily and detaching from outcomes allows you to remain open to the infinite possibilities that life has to offer. Moreover, embracing silence creates a sacred space for reflection and connection with your inner self, fostering clarity and peace. Finally, persisting in your belief and reframing failure as feedback equip you with the resilience needed to navigate life's challenges. You learn that setbacks are not roadblocks, but valuable lessons that guide you toward your ultimate goals. By integrating these habits into your daily life, you become the architect of your reality, creating a life that resonates with your true essence. Remember, transformation does not happen overnight. It is a gradual process of aligning your thoughts, feelings, and actions with your highest self. Embrace each step along the way, knowing that with each small habit you adopt, you are moving closer to the life you desire. Trust in the journey, for it is in the pursuit of your dreams that you uncover the extraordinary potential within. There comes a time in every life when we stand on the edge of a vast divide between what we desire and what seems possible. Logic, reason, and the world around us all tell us that what we want cannot be. The mind, conditioned by years of limitations, tries to persuade us that it's unrealistic, unattainable, or too far out of reach. Yet deep within, there is a voice that whispers of possibilities beyond what the eye can see. That voice, however faint, speaks of a reality that only the heart knows. But how do you hold on to a dream when everything outside of you denies it? How do you nurture faith when reason, facts, and evidence stand against you? It is in these moments of contradiction, when what we see and experience appears to defy what we deeply wish to manifest, that the true power of belief comes alive. It is not the easy belief that comes when everything aligns. It is the unwavering conviction that you must cultivate when everything seems to fall apart. Today I will take you on a journey into the heart of belief, where the power lies not in what is seen, but in what is felt. The outer world may deny your desire, but your inner world has the ability to reshape it entirely. Let us explore the art of holding fast to that vision, even when reason argues otherwise. When the outside says no, let your inner world echo with a louder, stronger yes. This is the power that shapes destinies. Living in the feeling of the wish fulfilled is a concept that requires more than just understanding. It demands practice, patience, and unwavering faith. It is not simply imagining that you have achieved your desire, but actually living as if you have already attained it, embodying the emotions and sensations of your fulfilled dream. To truly grasp this idea, you must realize that it goes beyond mere visualization. It is about entering a state of being where your desired outcome feels as real to you as your current reality. The challenge for most people is bridging the gap between the life they are living and the life they want to create. The external world provides evidence that often contradicts the desires of the heart. We see the lack, we experience the frustrations, and we feel the distance between where we are and where we wish to be. But this gap is only as real as we allow it to be. The power lies within you to blur the lines between your present and your desired future by immersing yourself fully in the feeling of already having what you seek. Imagine for a moment that your greatest desire has been fulfilled. How would you feel? What would your day look like? How would you interact with the world? The answers to these questions are not abstract. They are the foundation upon which you build your new reality. To live in the feeling of the wish fulfilled is to embody those emotions and behaviors right now, regardless of what your current circumstances show you. This practice is not about ignoring reality or pretending that difficulties don't exist. Rather, it's about choosing to prioritize your inner state over the external conditions. When you make the conscious decision to align your thoughts and feelings with the outcome you desire, you begin to shift the energy around you. The world reflects back to you what you believe, not what is currently happening. Your belief becomes the lens through which reality unfolds. This is not an easy practice. It requires consistency and a deep sense of trust in the unseen. The logical mind, trained to rely on facts and evidence, will resist this process. It will argue that you cannot live in a state of abundance when your bank account shows otherwise, or that you cannot feel love when your relationships are strained. But this is where the true power of living in the feeling of the wish fulfilled comes in. You must learn to override those thoughts and emotions that contradict your desired state and instead dwell in the certainty that your wish is already a reality. One of the most effective ways to begin this process is through the use of imagination. Imagination is the bridge between the seen and the unseen. It allows you to explore possibilities that are not yet visible to the naked eye. By vividly imagining yourself in the life you desire, you are not simply daydreaming, you are actively creating a new reality. The subconscious mind does not differentiate between what is real and what is imagined. It accepts whatever you consistently feed it. This is why the practice of living in the feeling of the wish fulfilled is so powerful, because when done consistently, it reprograms your subconscious mind to align with your desired outcome. Take time each day to immerse yourself in the feeling of your wish fulfilled. Close your eyes, breathe deeply, and imagine yourself already living the life you want. Feel the emotions of success, happiness, love, or abundance. Let those feelings wash over you as if they were already present. The key is not just to visualize the details, but to connect emotionally with the experience. Your emotions are the fuel that drives manifestation. When you can feel the joy, peace, or fulfillment of your desired outcome as if it were already true, you are aligning yourself with that reality. There will be times when doubt creeps in, and you may find yourself pulled back into the old patterns of thinking and feeling. This is normal. It is part of the process. The key is to recognize when this happens and gently guide yourself back into the state of fulfillment. Each time you do this, you strengthen your ability to maintain the feeling of your wish fulfilled. Over time, it will become easier, and you will notice that your external reality begins to shift in subtle yet powerful ways. Living in the feeling of the wish fulfilled also requires a level of detachment. This does not mean that you stop caring about your desires, but rather that you release the need to control how and when they will manifest. When you are deeply immersed in the feeling of already having what you desire, you no longer feel the urgency or desperation that often accompanies unfulfilled wishes. You trust that what you seek is already yours, and that it will come to you in the perfect time and way. This detachment allows you to remain calm and centered, even when the outer world does not immediately reflect your inner state. It is important to remember that the outer world is always a reflection of your inner world. If you are constantly focused on what is missing, on the lack or the struggle, that is what will continue to show up in your life. But when you shift your focus to the feeling of your wish fulfilled, you are sending a powerful signal to the universe that this is your new reality. The more you live in this state, the more the world will conform to match it. Another crucial aspect of this practice is persistence. Manifestation is not an overnight process. It takes time for the outer world to catch up to the inner shift. There may be moments when it feels like nothing is happening, and the temptation to give up will be strong. But this is where persistence comes in. You must continue to live in the feeling of your wish fulfilled, even when the evidence suggests otherwise. This unwavering belief is what eventually brings the manifestation into form. Living in the feeling of the wish fulfilled is a transformative practice. It challenges you to step beyond the limitations of logic and reason and into the realm of infinite possibilities. It requires you to cultivate a deep sense of trust in your own power to create reality. But once you master this art, you will find that life unfolds in ways you never thought possible. The world will reflect back to you the truth of your inner state, and you will experience the joy and fulfillment of living the life you once only dreamed of. The power of inner conviction is the foundation upon which all manifestations rest. It is the unwavering belief that what you desire is not only possible but inevitable, regardless of the external circumstances or the opinions of others. Inner conviction is more than just positive thinking or hope. It is a deep, rooted certainty that transcends doubt and fear. It is the inner knowing that your desires are already yours and that the universe is merely catching up to your belief. At its core, inner conviction is a state of mind where your belief in your desired outcome becomes so strong that it overrides any external evidence to the contrary. This conviction comes from a place deep within where your true power resides. It is the force that propels you forward, even when everything around you seems to contradict your desires. When you cultivate inner conviction, you tap into a well of strength that allows you to persist through obstacles, setbacks, and delays. The challenge for many people is that they base their beliefs on what they can see and experience in the physical world. They allow their circumstances to dictate their level of faith in their desires. If things aren't going well, they lose hope. If they face obstacles, they begin to doubt whether their dreams are possible. This is where the power of inner conviction becomes crucial. It requires you to shift your focus from the external world to your internal world, to place more value on your belief in the unseen than on the evidence of the seen. Inner conviction is not something that comes overnight. It is a practice, a skill that must be cultivated and nurtured over time. It begins with a decision to believe in yourself and your desires no matter what. This decision must be firm and unwavering, because the external world will often challenge your conviction. There will be moments when things don't seem to be working out, when progress seems slow or non-existent, and it's during these times that your inner conviction will be tested. But this is also when your conviction has the power to grow stronger. The secret to developing inner conviction lies in the understanding that reality is not fixed. The world around you is constantly in a state of flux, responding to your thoughts, feelings, and beliefs. What appears as solid and unchangeable is, in fact, malleable and subject to your inner state. When you hold a firm conviction that your desires are already on their way to you, the universe begins to reorganize itself to align with your belief. Circumstances, events, and people will start to shift in ways that bring your desire closer to you. But how do you cultivate this powerful inner conviction? The first step is to become aware of your current beliefs and thought patterns. Are they aligned with what you desire, or are they focused on what you lack? If your thoughts are filled with doubt, fear, or uncertainty, it's important to recognize that these are not reflective of reality. They are simply reflections of past conditioning. The beauty of inner conviction is that it allows you to rewrite these old patterns and replace them with new, empowering beliefs. Once you've identified any limiting beliefs, the next step is to consciously choose new ones. You must begin to tell yourself a new story, one where your desires are not only possible but already on their way to you. This isn't about pretending or forcing yourself to believe something you don't. It's about gently and consistently reinforcing the idea that you are worthy of your desires and that they are attainable. This is where the practice of visualization and affirmation comes into play. When you visualize your desired outcome, you are not just imagining it, you are creating it in the realm of the unseen. The more vividly you can imagine yourself living in the reality of your fulfilled desire, the stronger your conviction will become. Visualization allows you to experience the emotions, sensations, and joy of having what you want, even before it physically manifests. This emotional connection strengthens your inner conviction because your mind begins to accept the reality of your desire as true. Affirmations are another powerful tool for building inner conviction. By repeatedly affirming that your desires are on their way, you are reprogramming your subconscious mind to accept this as your new reality. It's important that these affirmations are not just empty words, but statements that you deeply believe. Even if you don't fully believe them at first, with time and repetition, they will begin to take root in your mind and become a part of your belief system. Another key aspect of cultivating inner conviction is learning to detach from the how. One of the biggest obstacles to strong conviction is the tendency to obsess over how your desire will manifest. The mind wants to figure out every step, every detail, and every possible outcome. But this need for control can actually weaken your conviction because it places the focus on doubt and uncertainty. When you are constantly trying to figure out the how, you are essentially telling yourself that you don't trust the process. To cultivate strong inner conviction, you must learn to let go of the need to control the details. Trust that the universe or the larger forces at play will handle the how. Your only job is to hold the vision of your desire, to live in the feeling of your wish fulfilled, and to trust that the path will reveal itself. This doesn't mean that you sit back and do nothing. It means that you take inspired action when it feels right. But you don't force or manipulate the process. One of the greatest gifts of inner conviction is the sense of peace it brings. When you truly believe in the inevitability of your desires, you no longer feel the need to worry, rush, or struggle. You know that what you seek is already yours, and this allows you to relax into the process. You stop trying to control every aspect of your journey, and instead you allow things to unfold naturally. This state of calm and trust is not only more enjoyable, but also more powerful, because it aligns you with the flow of the universe. The power of inner conviction lies in its ability to transform both your inner and outer world. When you hold firm in your belief, when you refuse to be swayed by circumstances or appearances, you become a powerful creator of your own reality. The world will bend to match your inner state, and what once seemed impossible will become inevitable. The key is to believe so deeply, so fully, that nothing can shake your conviction, not even reason, logic, or the doubts of others. This is the true power of inner conviction, and it is available to anyone who is willing to claim it. Mastering the art of imagination is a powerful key to unlocking the life you desire. Imagination is not just a tool for daydreaming or escaping reality, it is the creative force behind everything that manifests in your world. Every great achievement, every invention, every work of art, and every fulfilled desire begins with imagination. When you learn to consciously direct this inner power, you hold the ability to transform your circumstances, reshape your life, and bring your desires into physical form. Imagination is the bridge between the seen and the unseen, the gateway through which you access infinite possibilities. It is where all creation starts. Most people use their imagination unconsciously, letting it be guided by past experiences, fears, and limiting beliefs. But when you master the art of imagination, you take control of this creative faculty, using it to mold your future rather than being shaped by your past. To truly understand the power of imagination, you must first realize that it is not limited by your current circumstances or the physical world. Imagination allows you to step beyond the boundaries of what seems possible and explore new realities. Through imagination, you can access experiences, emotions, and states of being that have not yet manifested in the material world. This is important because the mind does not distinguish between real experiences and imagined ones. To your subconscious, what you vividly imagine is just as real as what you perceive with your senses. The key to mastering the art of imagination is learning to use it deliberately and consistently. It's not enough to simply imagine something once and then forget about it. You must engage your imagination regularly, feeding it with the images and emotions that align with your desires. This is the process of mental creation, where you begin to construct the reality you want to live in. The more you immerse yourself in these imagined experiences, the more they become a part of your belief system, and eventually they begin to manifest in your external world. One of the most important aspects of this practice is to use your imagination from the end result, not from the place of lack or desire. Many people make the mistake of imagining their desires as something far off in the future, something they hope to achieve one day. But to truly master imagination, you must step into the feeling of already having what you want. When you imagine yourself as already living in the reality of your fulfilled desire, you activate powerful emotional and mental states that accelerate its manifestation. For example, if your desire is to experience financial abundance, you must imagine yourself already enjoying the freedom, security, and peace that comes with financial wealth. What does it feel like to be financially free? How do you act? How do you move through the world? What kinds of thoughts fill your mind? These are the kinds of questions that guide your imagination. The more vividly you can paint this picture in your mind, the more real it becomes to you, and the faster your outer reality begins to align with it. Another essential element of mastering imagination is to engage all your senses in the process. Don't just visualize your desires, feel them, hear them, taste them, and even smell them. The more sensory detail you can include in your imagined experience, the more powerfully it impacts your subconscious mind. For instance, if you are imagining your dream home, don't just see it in your mind's eye. Feel the warmth of the sun streaming through the windows, smell the fresh flowers on the table, hear the soft music playing in the background. Engage all of your senses as if you were physically there. Imagination is not limited to specific desires or goals. It can also be used to shift your state of being in any moment. If you are feeling anxious or stressed, you can use your imagination to transport yourself to a place of peace and calm. Close your eyes and imagine yourself in a serene environment, perhaps sitting by a tranquil lake or walking through a lush forest. As you immerse yourself in this imagined experience, your body and mind will begin to respond as if you were actually there, helping you shift your emotional state. This is the power of imagination. It creates real effects in both your inner and outer world. The more you practice using it consciously, the more control you gain over your emotional and mental states, and ultimately over your life. As you become more skilled in the art of imagination, you'll find that you can create your desired reality with greater ease and speed. Another crucial aspect of mastering imagination is learning to guard it against negative influences. Just as you can use your imagination to create the life you want, it can also be used unconsciously to create unwanted experiences. When you allow your imagination to be filled with fear, doubt, or worry, you are directing this creative force toward the manifestation of those negative outcomes. This is why it's essential to become mindful of where your thoughts and imagination are directed. To safeguard your imagination, you must be intentional about the thoughts and images you entertain. If you catch yourself imagining worst-case scenarios or dwelling on negative possibilities, gently redirect your mind toward what you want to create instead. And train yourself to think and imagine only in alignment with your desires. This takes practice, but with time you'll become adept at recognizing when your imagination is being misused and correcting its course. A powerful technique to enhance your mastery of imagination is the practice of mental rehearsals. This involves regularly rehearsing in your mind the experiences you want to have in life. Just like an athlete mentally rehearses their performance before a game, you can mentally rehearse your desired life. If you want to excel in a particular area, spend time each day imagining yourself already performing at the highest level in that area. feel the emotions of success, satisfaction, and accomplishment as if it were already happening. The more you rehearse these experiences in your mind, the more your subconscious accepts them as true, and the more you begin to act in ways that align with that reality. Imagination is also deeply tied to faith. When you imagine something, you are engaging in an act of faith. You are choosing to believe in something that has not yet appeared in the physical world. This is why imagination requires a certain level of trust and belief in the unseen. As you practice using your imagination, your faith in its power will grow, and you'll begin to see tangible results in your life. Mastering the art of imagination is not just about achieving specific goals, it's about transforming the way you live. When you become skilled in directing your imagination, you are no longer at the mercy of external circumstances. You realize that you are the creator of your reality and that nothing is beyond your reach. The possibilities are truly limitless when you understand how to use your imagination to shape your life. Ultimately, imagination is a gift, a divine tool that allows you to tap into the infinite potential of the universe. It is your personal canvas on which you can paint the life of your dreams. The more you master this art, the more empowered you become to create a life that reflects your highest desires and aspirations. When you understand that your imagination is the seed of all creation, you realize that you hold the key to manifesting anything you want. Mastering the art of imagination is mastering the art of life itself. Detaching from the external world is a profound practice that allows you to move beyond the surface level distractions of life and connect with the deeper, more powerful essence of your being. In a world constantly pulling your attention in 1,000 directions, learning to detach is essential for aligning yourself with your desires and manifesting the reality you want to experience. The external world is filled with fleeting appearances, temporary circumstances, other people's opinions, societal expectations that can easily cloud your vision and distract you from the inner work that truly shapes your life. Detaching doesn't mean withdrawing from life, it means reclaiming your inner power by no longer being overly influenced by external conditions. The first step in detaching from the external world is to understand that everything you see, hear, and experience on the outside is a reflection of your inner state. What you perceive as the external world is really just a projection of your thoughts, beliefs, and emotions. When you grasp this truth, you start to see that your circumstances are not as fixed or as concrete as they may seem. They are malleable, changeable, and ultimately shaped by the energy you hold within yourself. By detaching from the constant fluctuations of the outside world, you create space to shift your inner reality, and as a result, your outer reality follows suit. One of the reasons detachment is so powerful is that it breaks the cycle of reaction. When you are overly focused on the external world, you are often reacting to events, people, or situations, allowing them to dictate your thoughts, feelings, and actions. This reactive state keeps you bound to the external, making you feel as though you are at the mercy of your circumstances. You may find yourself feeling stressed, anxious, or frustrated because you believe that your happiness and fulfillment are dependent on what happens around you. Detachment frees you from this loop. Instead of reacting to the world, you begin to create your reality from within. Detachment allows you to see things as they are, without attaching meaning or emotional weight to them. For instance, when something unfavorable happens, such as a setback at work or a disagreement with a loved one, detaching means observing the situation without letting it shake your core sense of peace. You recognize that external events are just passing experiences. They do not define who you are or your potential to create the life you want. Detaching from the ups and downs of life allows you to maintain an inner equilibrium, a centeredness that is unshaken by temporary challenges. A crucial aspect of detaching from the external world is learning to let go of the need for validation or approval from others. Many people become attached to the opinions of family, friends, or society, letting those external voices dictate how they feel about themselves and the choices they make. This attachment creates a dependency on outside validation, which can trap you in a cycle of trying to meet others' expectations, often at the expense of your own desires and happiness. Detaching from the need for approval empowers you to follow your inner guidance, to trust yourself, and to live authentically. When you no longer seek validation from others, you find freedom and confidence in living true to your values. Detachment also plays a significant role in the manifestation process. One of the key principles of manifesting your desires is learning to detach from the outcome. This means that once you have set your intention and done the inner work to align with your desire, you must release your attachment to how or when it will manifest. Many people struggle with this because they become fixated on a specific outcome or timeline, and when things don't happen exactly as they imagined, they lose faith. But true detachment is about trusting that the universe knows the perfect way to bring your desire into being, even if it doesn't unfold in the exact way or time frame you expected. Detaching from the outcome allows you to relax into the flow of life. It frees you from anxiety and impatience, and it creates an open space for the universe to work its magic. When you are overly attached to a specific outcome, you can actually block the manifestation process by holding on to doubt or fear. But when you detach, you are signaling to the universe that you trust in the natural unfolding of your desire, and this trust accelerates the manifestation process. Practicing detachment does not mean becoming indifferent or passive. On the contrary, it involves an active engagement with your inner world. Detachment is about focusing your energy inward, cultivating a state of inner peace, trust, and alignment with your higher self. It is about taking full responsibility for your thoughts, emotions, and beliefs, and understanding that these inner states are what create your outer reality. Detaching from the external world gives you the clarity to see beyond appearances and to connect with the deeper truth of who you are and what you are capable of. A practical way to begin detaching from the external world is through mindfulness and meditation. These practices help you quiet the noise of the outside world and connect with your inner stillness. When you meditate, you learn to observe your thoughts without attaching to them. This teaches you that you are not your thoughts, and you are certainly not defined by the external conditions of your life. You are the observer, the creator, the consciousness behind it all. This realization is the foundation of detachment. Detaching also requires cultivating a deep sense of faith and trust in the unseen forces that are always working in your favor. This means surrendering control over how things will happen and trusting that everything is unfolding perfectly, even if it doesn't always seem that way on the surface. Faith is a powerful aspect of detachment because it allows you to release the need for immediate results and to rest in the knowing that your desires are being fulfilled in the perfect way at the perfect time. Another vital element of detachment is practicing gratitude for the present moment. When you are constantly focused on what is happening in the external world, you may overlook the beauty and abundance that already exist in your life. Detaching from external circumstances allows you to appreciate what you have right now, without needing anything outside of yourself to change in order to feel fulfilled. Gratitude shifts your focus from lack to abundance, from worry to peace, and this shift in perspective aligns you with more positive experiences. As you detach from the external world, you begin to realize that true fulfillment comes from within. No amount of external success, material possessions, or approval from others can give you the lasting happiness and peace that comes from being deeply connected to your inner self. Detachment allows you to live from a place of inner power, where you are no longer swayed by the changing tides of life. You become the steady presence in the midst of it all, grounded in the knowledge that you are the creator of your experience. In essence, detaching from the external world is about reclaiming your inner authority. It is about recognizing that you are not a victim of circumstances, but a powerful creator capable of shaping your reality from within. When you detach from the noise of the outside world and focus on your inner state, you align yourself with the true source of your power. You step into a place of inner peace, clarity, and strength, where you can manifest your desires with ease and live a life that is in harmony with your highest self. Aligning emotion with desire is one of the most powerful techniques in manifesting the life you want. At its core, this practice is about creating a deep, emotional connection to what you desire, long before it shows up in your physical reality. It's about learning how to feel as though you already have what you want, generating the emotional state that aligns with the outcome you wish to experience. This is crucial because emotions are not just fleeting feelings, they are powerful forces that shape your inner world and consequently your external reality. Many people focus solely on thinking about their desires, but thoughts alone are not enough to manifest your goals. The key lies in combining your thoughts with the right emotions, as emotions carry a much stronger energetic charge than thoughts. They act as the bridge between the mental and physical realms, making your desires feel real and tangible. This emotional alignment sends a clear signal to the universe that you are ready to receive what you want. When you align your emotions with your desires, you are essentially practicing living in the end, feeling as though your wish has already been fulfilled. This is a profound shift in consciousness, because it moves you from a state of lack to a state of abundance. Instead of focusing on the fact that you don't yet have what you want, you shift your attention to the feeling of already having it. This creates a powerful magnetic force, attracting the desired outcome into your life. One of the reasons emotional alignment is so effective is because emotions are the language of the subconscious mind. Your subconscious doesn't understand concepts like time or distance, it only responds to the emotional states you consistently cultivate. When you feel joy, excitement, gratitude, or peace in relation to your desire, your subconscious mind begins to accept these emotions as your reality. It then works tirelessly to align your external world with these internal states, creating circumstances and opportunities that bring your desires to fruition. To align your emotions with your desires, it is essential to become aware of your current emotional state. Often people experience conflicting emotions about their desires. For example, you may desire financial abundance but simultaneously feel fear or anxiety about money. These conflicting emotions can create resistance, slowing down the manifestation process. The first step toward emotional alignment is to acknowledge and release any negative or limiting emotions you may have regarding your desires. This may involve confronting beliefs of unworthiness, fear of failure, or doubt about whether you can truly have what you want. Once you've cleared these emotional blocks, the next step is to consciously cultivate the emotions that match your desired outcome. Ask yourself, how would I feel if I already had what I want? Would you feel relief? Excitement? Joy? Contentment? Whatever those feelings are, start practicing them now in the present moment. This may seem counterintuitive at first, because we are conditioned to believe that emotions follow external events, meaning we will feel happy once we have what we want. But the truth is, the opposite is true. You must feel happy first in order to attract the circumstances that align with that happiness. There are many ways to cultivate the emotions that align with your desires. Visualization is one of the most effective tools. By vividly imagining yourself in the situation where your desire has already manifested, you can begin to generate the emotions that come with it. Close your eyes, take a deep breath, and picture yourself living your dream. See it, hear it, and most importantly, feel it. As you visualize, pay close attention to the emotions that arise. Are you feeling a sense of accomplishment? Gratitude? Freedom? Hold on to those feelings and allow them to wash over you. Another powerful method is practicing gratitude. Gratitude is one of the highest vibrational emotions you can experience, and it has a magnetic quality that attracts more of what you appreciate into your life. When you feel grateful for something before it arrives, you are signaling to the universe that you are already in alignment with that experience. Start by expressing gratitude for what you already have, and then extend that gratitude to your desires as though they have already been fulfilled. This practice shifts your focus from lack to abundance, helping you align emotionally with your goals. Affirmations are also a helpful tool in aligning your emotions with your desires. When you repeat affirmations with conviction and feeling, you begin to reprogram your subconscious mind to accept your desires as your reality. The key to effective affirmations is not just the words you say, but the emotions behind them. For example, saying "I am wealthy" will have little impact if you don't feel emotionally connected to that statement. But when you say "I am wealthy" and allow yourself to feel the excitement, security, and freedom that wealth brings, you create a powerful emotional alignment with that desire. It's important to note that emotional alignment does not mean forcing yourself to feel happy all the time or pretending that everything is perfect when it's not. Instead, it's about gently guiding your emotions toward the state that matches your desires. If you're feeling discouraged or frustrated, allow yourself to feel those emotions without judgment. Then gradually shift your focus towards something that brings you a sense of relief or joy. Even a small emotional shift can have a profound impact on your ability to manifest your desires. Persisting beyond doubt is one of the most crucial elements in the manifestation process. Doubt is a natural part of the human experience, especially when you're working towards goals that seem far beyond your current reality. It can arise from past experiences, societal conditioning, or fear of failure. But to bring your desires into fruition, you must learn to move through doubt and persist in the unwavering belief that your vision will manifest, no matter how impossible it may seem in the moment. Doubt, in many ways, can be seen as the opposite of faith. When you doubt, you are entertaining the idea that what you want may not come to pass, that the universe may not be working in your favor, or that you might not be capable or worthy of receiving what you desire. These seeds of doubt can quickly grow into significant barriers if left unchecked. However, when you persist in the face of doubt, you are signaling to the universe, and more importantly to yourself, that you are committed to your vision no matter what external appearances or inner fears arise. The first step to persisting beyond doubt is understanding that doubt is not inherently bad or wrong. It's simply a part of the mind's natural defense mechanism, an attempt to protect you from disappointment or failure. Your mind wants certainty, and when it doesn't have it, it tries to create stories or explanations as to why things might not work out. But doubt only has power if you let it. If you see doubt for what it is, a fleeting thought, a protective instinct, you can acknowledge it without letting it control you. One of the most effective ways to persist through doubt is to remember that the external world is a reflection of your inner state. Just because your current circumstances don't align with your desires doesn't mean they never will. Many people give up on their dreams because they allow doubt to convince them that what they want is too far out of reach. But the truth is, external circumstances can change in an instant. What seems impossible today can become possible tomorrow if you hold fast to your belief. Persistence is the bridge between where you are and where you want to be. It is important to recognize that doubt often arises when there's a gap between your current reality and your desired reality. This gap can feel intimidating, but it's crucial to not allow that discomfort to derail your efforts. The gap itself is simply an invitation to grow, to evolve, and to expand your faith in what is possible. The key is to keep moving forward, step by step, even when it feels like nothing is happening. Your persistence in belief creates momentum, and over time, that momentum will carry you toward your goal. One of the most powerful tools in persisting beyond doubt is the practice of visualization. When you visualize, you immerse yourself in the experience of already having what you desire. This practice is not just about seeing your desired outcome, it's about feeling it on a deep emotional level. When you can feel the emotions of having your desire, even when doubt creeps in, you are reinforcing your belief in its eventual manifestation. Visualization can help anchor you in the truth of what you want, making doubt feel less relevant and less powerful. Affirmations can also be highly effective in persisting beyond doubt. When you regularly repeat positive affirmations that reinforce your belief in your desires, you begin to shift your mental and emotional state toward faith. For instance, if doubt arises about your ability to succeed, repeating affirmations like "I am capable, I trust in the process," or "my desires are manifesting perfectly" can help counteract those doubtful thoughts. The more you affirm what you want to believe, the more you reprogram your mind to align with your goals, rather than your fears. Another vital aspect of persistence is maintaining a sense of trust in the timing of your manifestations. Doubt often arises because we expect results within a specific time frame, and when those results don't appear as quickly as we'd like, we start to question whether our desires will ever come to fruition. But the universe operates on its own perfect timing. Just because something hasn't manifested yet doesn't mean it won't. There's always a reason for the timing of events, even if that reason isn't immediately clear. Trusting in divine timing allows you to relax, knowing that everything is unfolding exactly as it should. When doubt becomes overwhelming, it's essential to remember that persistence doesn't mean forcing yourself to be positive or denying your emotions. Persistence means staying the course, even when doubt is present. You can acknowledge doubt without giving it power. Instead of fighting against doubt or trying to eliminate it completely, allow it to be there while continuing to focus on your desired outcome. The key is not to get stuck in the doubt, but to let it pass through you while you remain anchored in your faith. Doubt also presents an opportunity for growth. Every time you encounter doubt and choose to persist anyway, you strengthen your mental and emotional resilience. You learn to trust yourself and your ability to navigate challenges. Over time, you may even find that doubt becomes less frequent and less intense as your faith in yourself and your manifestation process deepens. It's also helpful to look at doubt as a signpost, a signal that you are on the verge of something significant. Often doubt arises most strongly just before a breakthrough, because the mind is sensing that you are about to step into a new reality, one that is outside of your current comfort zone. When doubt appears, rather than seeing it as a reason to stop, you can choose to see it as a signal that you are getting closer to your goal. Surrounding yourself with a supportive environment can make a significant difference in persisting beyond doubt. Whether it's friends, mentors, or a community that believes in the power of manifestation, having people who encourage you can help you stay the course when doubt tries to take over. Even if others around you don't fully understand or support your goals, connecting with like-minded individuals who share your belief in manifestation can provide the reinforcement you need to continue persisting. Celebrate small wins along the way. Persistence is not just about waiting for the big manifestation to arrive, it's about recognizing and appreciating every step forward. Each time you make progress toward your goal, even if it seems small, take a moment to acknowledge it. This helps build momentum and reinforces your belief that you are moving in the right direction. Over time, these small wins add up, and before you know it, you'll find yourself living the reality you once only dreamed of. Persisting beyond doubt is about choosing to believe in your desires, even when the evidence isn't yet visible. It's about maintaining faith, trusting the process, and recognizing that doubt is a temporary feeling that does not define your ultimate success. Through practices like visualization, affirmations, and trusting in divine timing, you can navigate through doubt and continue moving toward your goals with confidence. With persistence, you transform doubt from a barrier into a stepping stone on your path to manifestation. Reprogramming the subconscious mind is one of the most profound and transformative processes in personal development and manifestation. The subconscious mind governs the vast majority of our thoughts, beliefs, and behaviors, often without our conscious awareness. It's like the hidden engine driving our life experiences. To manifest the life we truly desire, it's essential to align our subconscious programming with our conscious intentions. This requires intentional effort to replace old limiting beliefs and patterns with empowering ones. The subconscious mind operates on a different level than the conscious mind. While the conscious mind is rational, logical, and deliberate, the subconscious is more like a vast storehouse of memories, emotions, and deeply ingrained beliefs. It is also extremely powerful, processing information much faster and more effectively than the conscious mind. However, because it runs on autopilot, we are often unaware of the deeply held beliefs and habitual thinking patterns that may be holding us back. One of the key reasons reprogramming the subconscious mind is so important is that it controls up to 95% of our daily thoughts, feelings, and actions. This means that even if we consciously want something like success, happiness, or love, if our subconscious beliefs are at odds with those desires, we may unconsciously sabotage ourselves. For example, if someone consciously desires financial success, but holds a deep-seated belief that money is hard to come by or that they are unworthy of wealth, they may struggle to attract prosperity, no matter how hard they work. To truly change your life, you must change the subconscious patterns that dictate your reality. The good news is that the subconscious mind is highly receptive to new programming, especially when approached in a way that bypasses its resistance. The process of reprogramming involves creating new neural pathways, replacing limiting beliefs with empowering ones, and making these new thoughts and behaviors automatic. With time and repetition, these new beliefs become second nature, allowing you to create a new reality in alignment with your deepest desires. One of the most effective methods of reprogramming the subconscious mind is through repetition. The subconscious mind learns through repetition, which is why habits, whether positive or negative, become so deeply ingrained over time. By consistently affirming and visualizing the new beliefs or outcomes you want to manifest, you begin to override old patterns. Repetition can come in the form of daily affirmations, where you repeat positive statements about yourself or your goals until they become a natural part of your belief system. For instance, if you want to manifest a healthy relationship but have always struggled with feelings of unworthiness, you can reprogram your subconscious by repeatedly affirming statements like, "I am worthy of love," or "I attract healthy, loving relationships into my life." Over time, these affirmations help to replace the old narrative that may have been rooted in self-doubt or past experiences of rejection. The more you repeat these affirmations, the more your subconscious mind begins to accept them as truth. Visualization is another powerful tool for reprogramming the subconscious mind. Visualization involves vividly imagining yourself already living the life you desire. The subconscious mind doesn't differentiate between real experiences and imagined ones, so when you visualize your desired outcome with strong emotion, you are effectively tricking your subconscious into believing that it's already happening. The more you immerse yourself in the feeling of already having what you want, the more your subconscious mind will align with that reality. For example, if you are trying to manifest career success, you can spend time each day visualizing yourself in your dream job. Imagine the details of the environment, the interactions with colleagues, the feeling of fulfillment and pride you experience. As you do this, you begin to build a new belief in your subconscious that this reality is possible for you. Over time, your subconscious mind will begin to guide your thoughts, actions, and even opportunities in a way that aligns with this vision. Another critical aspect of reprogramming the subconscious mind is identifying and releasing limiting beliefs. Limiting beliefs are deeply ingrained thoughts or assumptions that we have accepted as truth, even if they aren't serving us. They often stem from past experiences, cultural conditioning, or inherited family beliefs. These beliefs can operate quietly in the background, influencing your choices and experiences without you even realizing it. To reprogram your subconscious, it's essential to become aware of the limiting beliefs that may be holding you back. This often requires introspection and self-awareness. One effective method is to reflect on your current challenges or areas of life where you feel stuck. Ask yourself what beliefs or assumptions you might be holding about these areas. For example, if you've been struggling financially, you might uncover beliefs like, "Money is scarce, I don't deserve wealth," or "It's impossible to succeed in this economy." Once you've identified these limiting beliefs, you can consciously replace them with more empowering ones. Hypnosis and self-hypnosis are also powerful techniques for accessing and reprogramming the subconscious mind. Hypnosis works by putting the conscious mind into a relaxed, suggestible state, allowing direct access to the subconscious. In this state, you can introduce new beliefs and ideas more easily, bypassing the resistance that often comes from the conscious mind. Many people find hypnosis helpful for releasing deep-rooted fears, changing habits, or shifting long-held negative beliefs. Self-hypnosis can be practiced at home by listening to guided recordings that help induce a trance-like state. In this relaxed state, you can introduce affirmations, visualizations, or new beliefs to the subconscious mind. This method allows you to work directly with your subconscious, making it easier to create lasting changes in your thinking and behavior. Meditation is another effective tool for reprogramming the subconscious mind. During meditation, you quiet the conscious mind and enter a deeper state of awareness, where you can connect with your subconscious on a more direct level. Regular meditation helps you become more aware of your thoughts and patterns, giving you the ability to consciously shift your focus toward what you want to manifest. In addition, meditation helps to calm the nervous system and reduce stress, which can enhance your ability to reprogram the subconscious with positive beliefs. Consistency is key when reprogramming the subconscious mind. Just as it took time for old beliefs and habits to form, it will take time to install new ones. You must be patient and persistent in your efforts. Daily practice of affirmations, visualizations, meditation, or self-hypnosis will gradually reshape your subconscious programming. Over time, these new beliefs and patterns will become automatic, guiding your life in the direction of your desired outcomes. It's important to trust the process of reprogramming the subconscious mind. Sometimes it can feel like nothing is happening, especially if you're not seeing immediate results. But the subconscious mind works behind the scenes, often in subtle ways. As you continue to reinforce new beliefs, your outer world will gradually begin to reflect these changes. The key is to stay committed to your practice and trust that the subconscious is always working to bring your desires to life. Reprogramming the subconscious mind is a powerful tool for creating lasting change in your life. By aligning your subconscious beliefs with your conscious desires, you can break free from limiting patterns and manifest the reality you truly want. Through techniques like repetition, visualization, meditation, and hypnosis, you can reshape your inner world and, in turn, transform your outer experience. The journey of reprogramming the subconscious requires patience, consistency, and faith, but the rewards are immeasurable, as it allows you to step into your full potential and create the life of your dreams. In conclusion, the power to manifest your desires lies within your ability to reshape your inner world. By living in the feeling of the wish fulfilled, harnessing inner conviction, and mastering the art of imagination, you align yourself with the reality you wish to create. Detaching from external circumstances and aligning your emotions with your desires are crucial steps in this process. Persisting beyond doubt, even when logic and reason suggest otherwise, allows you to maintain faith in your vision. Reprogramming the subconscious mind through affirmations, visualization, and consistent effort is key to aligning your beliefs with your goals. This journey requires patience, persistence, and unwavering belief in the power of the unseen. As you align your inner world with the life you want to create, the external world begins to reflect your inner transformation. Every thought, feeling, and belief becomes a building block toward manifesting the reality of your dreams. Trust in the process, commit to your inner work, and watch as the world aligns with the fulfillment of your desires. The creative power of your mind is limitless. What you can imagine, you can achieve.